how are we doing today, you guys? Hope you're having a good day. I'm feeling hype today, even though I'm also sad. I'm still grieving. I still can't believe, spoilers, they killed off my man Rantaro. I gotta tell you, I wasn't expecting that. So we're sad, but I'm also feeling good today. I'm feeling good because the week's almost over, and as great as that is on its own, it also means I'm getting closer and closer to Forest. So we're feeling good today. We're feeling good. I have more cookies today in my little glass thing. I have 4 whole cookies. Just fingernail ASMR, I guess. Glass ASMR. Yeah, I guess that's a better thing to call it. Fingernail ASMR. Oh. Yeah, glass ASMR for their little glass enclosure. They're just chilling. How are we doing today, you guys? How are we feeling? How's life? How are we? I'm feeling good. I had a good day. It was a chill day. Well, pretty chill. I think I only got yelled at like once. So I was like, yay! Yay!
Where have you been all my life?
Sub baby Mintky one scream it.
Stop, baby. What does that mean? Thank you for the sub. Thank you for a 9-month ruse. Thank you. That's crazy. That's a lot of months. That's a lot of months. That's what it's called? What? Huh? I'm feeling as a stinky mint because it's so hot. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. It is quite warm here as well. It is quite warm. But I'm kind of enjoying the weather. I guess it's probably not quite as well. Actually, I don't know. How hot is it for you, hon? Let me see what the temperature is right now. What's it like out there? I think it's like 80 something. So, you know, warm, but nothing crazy. Just warm. Just nice and warm. Still nice and sunny, but I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Actually, yeah, I think it's supposed to rain over the weekend. But I'm kind of okay with that, you know? I haven't heard of that as. I haven't. Well, damn. Congratulations, my baby. I have to congratulate you on making the choice to sub. Making the decision to sub to me. Congratulations. You guys, I feel like I'm a little unhinged today. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, I'm feeling good. I was feeling so good, had me singing in the shower, like, you know, which actually that's not that weird. But usually these days I don't listen to music in the shower. Usually I watch videos in the shower, my little video essays, because I just like to hear someone talk, you know. Yeah, I prop my phone up and I watch videos. Just make sure you turn off vibrate, or it will fall. And tragedy will strike. So yeah, usually I watch videos. What's the latest? Well, today, okay, I guess today I watched a tea video. Wait, no, I didn't. I listened to music today. What's the latest video essay I watched? Well, because sometimes I watch the tea videos that are like celebrity news and things, which like is so kind of funny because I actually don't care that much about celebrities, but the videos are like perfectly, like they're like 10 minutes usually, right? So it's like the perfect time to like put something on and like whenever you're washing the dishes or doing something, you know. I mean, they're interesting, but I don't really care that much about celebrities or like influencers. But I don't know, so you know, I'm kind of like nosy. I guess I'm a little nosy. So yeah, what's the most recent like actual video essay I watched? I can't remember, but I think I don't know if this one is a video essay, but I recently started watching this person on YouTube. She's really funny. I think the channel is called like The Musings of a Crouton or something like that. But like, she just does these really funny videos. And right now she's doing like a series where she like meticulously goes through like summarizing and recounting the events of like the Click books, which I enjoyed in my youth. So, but I don't think I read them all, just like a couple of them. But just like the way that she like talks about them and like recounts what happened and stuff, and just like the nature of the books themselves are so funny. So I've been enjoying that. But yeah, usually I like to watch videos about like MLM, like anti-MLM videos. Those are some of my favorite these days. I love an anti-MLM video. I just find them so interesting. I love to listen to it. I just shower in the shower. Ridiculous. I know. Yeah, that's crazy. Sorry, bestie, but that's crazy. Couldn't be me. I always have to be listening to something in the shower, whether it's like a podcast, music, or a video. But today I felt like listening to music. I've been really I recently got into a band called Fly By Midnight. I knew like one song by them from like a year or two ago, probably like 2 years ago, just one song. And then like randomly, like a month or two ago, I was like, oh, you know what? I really love this song. So like, let me see if I like any of their other music. Yep. Sure enough. Yep. Sure enough. Yep. So I've been really into them. So I was jamming to them in the shower. You should check them out. They're really good. A Minty Crack Theory sounds like a nice thing to listen to, just rambling. Yeah, you know, I could see that. Yeah. Try it. Try watching a video. Try watching a Minty VOD in the shower. Just listen to me yap, you know? I don't know. I just love listening to people yap just as much as I love yapping. I don't know what it is. There's just something about the art of yappery. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess those are a little dangerous because they're like 2.5 hours. Like usually by the time I finish one of my little videos, it ends right around the time I'm finished like showering, you know? So, but sometimes if it's not, I just, you know, I take it out of the shower with me and I keep watching it while I go about my evening doing other things, while I cook, whatever. I'm constantly like have something playing. I don't know. But yeah, today was a music day. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I did have a travesty earlier. I did have something happen. I got out of the shower. Of course it had to be after I got out of the shower. I get out of the shower and I'm getting ready to make some dinner, you know, which I made some naengmyeon, one of my favorite foods, like Korean cold noodles. Oh, so good. It was delicious. Loved that. But I was getting ready to make my naengmyeon. I'm walking around and I go out and like the light is like the light pouring in through my balcony door thing. It was like hitting the floor and I saw like some shine. And I'm like, and it's near the cat's water fountain. So I was like, did they like splash a bunch of water like outside of their water fountain? I was like, it's kind of far away from it though. Like, what's going on? Well, kind of next to, like, there's space between, but like they're, I guess, technically next to each other, is one of the girls' litter boxes. And it has like, you know, like a top thing that completely covers it. And then, you know, it's got a little cutout that they walk into and it's otherwise completely like covered. Well, one of them, I guess, peed in there just right where their fucking piss, like, slipped through the crack, I guess. The crack that I couldn't see, by the way. I'm like, how did it even get through this? Like, there's no visible gap between the top part and the bottom part. But one of those bitches peed on the wall, I guess, and it like slipped through the crack. Cat piss all over the floor. All over the floor. I got a paper towel. I was like, that's wet. I was like, okay, let me wipe and then look. Oh, yellow. Oh, no. Oh, no. So that took a while to clean up because, you know, I had to move the litter box, really wipe it down, like actually like sanitize it. Clean the bottom of the litter box, all over the floor. So I did have to do that. That was fun. I don't even know how they managed to do that. How did I literally, there's no like perceivable gap between the top and the bottom. I don't even know how the pee got through, you know? It's a mystery. Just like the murder we're investigating today. Wow, that was a really good, that was good, wasn't it? That was a good like lead in to the, yeah. Okay, well, yeah. So yeah, we're doing our first investigation. That was a good transition. You gotta give it to me. You gotta give it to me. But yeah, so that's about all that happened today. Oh, also an update on the book series I'm reading, since for whatever reason I keep telling you guys about that. I'm on book 3 now. I'm on book 3. I think book 3 is my least favorite so far. It feels a little fillery, you know? It feels like there's 5 books in the series. I feel like this one's kind of like just preparing for God knows whatever's gonna happen in the 4th book. So it's feeling a little fillery, but it started to get more interesting where I'm kind of at in it right now. So that's my update on the like Elementals book series thing that I'm reading. Overall, still good, still interesting, but this one feels a little fillery, so it's losing me a little bit, you know? It's losing me a little bit. Hi, Cinder. How's it going? Wanted to check on you, make sure you're doing all right. I'm doing great, Cinder. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good as well. Good luck with whatever you're busy with. Thanks for the hydrate and the stretch. But yeah, so that's my book update. What else? I don't think I really have anything else. I guess before we hop in, the only thing I want to say is I think I talked about this a little bit last time, but I want to get my initial theory out there, okay? I want to get on the record. So we haven't done the investigation yet. I have little to no evidence or reason to really suspect anyone, but here's my cracked theory. My cracked theory is that the killer is Kyo. Kyo, is that his name? Kyo? Freaky mask dude, freaky anthropologist guy. I think it's him, and the reason why I think it's him is because he's the only person I can think of that would have like a reason to, 1, kill someone, and 2, not choose to not like take the free pass and leave and rather choose to like go through the trial. And this is why, because he's been a freaky freak and mentioned like multiple times now how he likes to just like watch humanity be like at its worst, at its best and at its worst. So my theory is that he wanted to see what people would do if someone was murdered, therefore the murder motive, to like witness humanity kind of do its thing, right? See how people would react in this situation and what they would do, whether they would work together or turn on each other. And then same thing with letting the trial happen. It's more interesting for him to watch how things are gonna play out. I just think it makes sense with what his ultimate is. I can't really think of anything like that tied to their ultimate that would, like, it's one thing, the killing part is I'm not as like whatever about. It's really the choosing to do the trial when they were given a free pass to not have to do the trial. That's what's really got me, you know? So that's my theory. I think it's Kyo. Once we do the investigation, I will give you an update. We'll see if our theory changes at all. But that's my theory. I think that's about it. Oh yeah. In addition to my manga theory, or big manga theory, I have a small follow-up on that. The small follow-up being that I think the game is called Danganronpa V3 because it's volume 3, like volumes of a manga. We're just feeding into my delusion, you know? So, yeah, I still think we're in a manga or something, probably written by Komaru, but who knows? I still don't really know why though. But that's my update to my cracked theory. So we'll see what happens. Okay, let's do this investigation. Let me take a sip of water. I forgot to do my hydrate and my stretch. I tell you what, I really want to talk to Kyo. That's for sure. I really want to talk to him. He does not look like he's in here right now, though, so I guess we're gonna have to go hunt him down. Oh, I don't even want to look over there. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Okay, I think... Yes, this is how I switch. Do I actually need to utilize this mode? You know? I don't think any of this is like evidence. It's just stuff that we could click on before. Okay, let's talk to people. I'll start with this guy. Okay, only if you can't find what else to click on. Okay, cool. All right, well. I think the game's a bit quiet, isn't it? It looks quiet. It's quiet for me too. Or do I just have my volume really low? No, I don't. I'm gonna bump it up. There you go. Tell me if it's too loud. Okay. It's 3 quiet. Well, I turned it 3 up. So, if you're the ultimate detective, then you've got your eyes on the culprit, right?
Huh?
What?
I'll leave it to you.
Tell me who you think the culprit is. I don't mind if it's just an educated guess. I've got it! Oh, I want to know too.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I can't say anything yet.
Not cool.
But there's someone you're a little bit suspicious of, right? Yes. No, there's gotta be.
Huh? Jeez.
But you're afraid of that. You're afraid of suspecting someone, aren't you? That's how it looks to me. But with things the way they are, wouldn't it be better wouldn't it be better for you to suspect others more? And let me just warn you. The way the world works is that those who speak win. The truth can easily be twisted. In order to fix a twisted truth, you need something even more powerful.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Be careful.
I mean that testimonies without evidence are powerless. Be careful. Why do I feel like... I know he's not saying much there, but I still feel like the music is so much louder than the voices. I swear to God, I cannot get this, like, level right. This music sounds so loud to me. Like, I like the music. I just want to be able to hear them better. It's all the way up. Whatever. Turned it down 1, I guess. Okay, let's talk to, I forget her name. Who are you again? Kirumi. Okay, why did the culprit not step forward and take advantage of the first blood perk? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What?
Then.
The culprit must have killed to survive, so it is odd that they would not step forward. I don't necessarily think so. Ryoma knows all about the importance of testimonies with evidence presumably being a prisoner and all. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll definitely heed his advice. True, I wonder what that means.
True.
I can think of several possibilities, but the worst case scenario is the culprit's objective wasn't to survive, it was to kill everyone here. I don't think it's that either.
Huh?
Everyone?
That is correct.
That would explain why they would forego their survival in favor of a class trial. But that doesn't seem like a bit, or doesn't that seem like a bit of a stretch to
Do
you?
you agree?
Well, if the culprit is also the mastermind, then it's certainly plausible. Yeah, that I could see that way, but I don't think it's gonna be the mastermind this early on, because otherwise then they would have to fake out a death. I guess they could for real die, but that I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, true. Killing us all does seem like something the mastermind would do. So we cannot lose this fight. Even on this uncharted path, we must find our way. Yeah, we got it. We'll do it. Tsumugi. I don't know who killed Rantaro, but it's Monokuma's fault it happened. Because he pressured us, this happened. That motive he gave us is part of it, and so is that strange music. Oh yeah, that music was stressing me the fuck out.
Terrible.
He played that music at such a high volume to make us feel sick and want to kill.
Okay.
It was awful. I thought I'd go crazy.
I can't believe it.
I bet someone felt pressured by that and killed Rantaro. It's all Monokuma's fault. Anyway, we have to stop the mastermind, so this is the last murder that ever happens here. We just have to. Promotional video BGM. Interesting. Interesting that became a truth bullet.
Trashy
Okay.
skank.
Don't talk to me, crotch itch. Wow, that's a new one. I'm fucking busy. Miu continued ignoring us while she fiddled with a controller. What's that controller for?
Ah,
One of the people behind the game being someone to die in the first chapter. I'm sure this series would never pull that. Yeah, I'm sure they'd never, ever, ever pull that, ever. What? Dun 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 dun. It's a prone. Prone? I don't mean to butt into the conversation, but don't you mean drone?
actually,
If it was a prone, it'd team up with the rest of the Ganglion Alliance to destroy humanity. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Then
Wait a second. The controller is... Now you're getting it. Ew, no dick cheese? Ew. She laughed obnoxiously and pointed her finger upward.
ha! Feast your eyes on the latest creation from the gorgeous girl genius, Miu Iruma.
Oh my gosh, it really like throws me so off hearing her, like hearing Clover.
It's a drone.
A drone.
I told you that's a drone.
You said prone earlier.
If it was a drone, it'd be leading a pack of vicious monsters.
I really like Tsumugi.
I don't get it.
When did you have time to make this?
I got bored after I made those cameras you asked for, so I modified this RC plane.
Oh, it's so
I
weird.
decked
It's
it out
so
with
weird.
a camera so it'll take perfect aerial photographs. From there, I'll use the photos as a reference to draft a floor plan to help the investigation. This way, I get out of having to do any actual investigative legwork.
Drafting a floor plan with photos? That's amazing. I'm sure this will help with the
Out
investigation.
of my way!
The only problem is, I'm not used to operating a drone and taking pictures with it.
Jeez.
Shouldn't be proud of that. And if you don't hurry, the investigation will end soon.
Bitch!
Can't do shit about that. So just calm your tiny tits and shut up. I have big tits. Okay,
Jeez.
like, just objectively speaking, those are honkin'. Shut up, you. My chest is way better than your nasty cow udders.
What did I do?
Udders? Udders?
Actually,
You're a bit wimpy when someone stands up to you, huh? You're actually a complete wuss. Oh my god, that's... Whoa, oh god. There it goes. There it fucking goes. There are a few lines where she goes super Clover adjacent, yeah. Yeah, she sounded so much like Clover there. Much more so when she does the Mio voice than when she does the Akane. What? The Akane? Akane? Hi, Roxy. Hello, my love. Yeah, she did do psychic damage. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretchy. Thank you. Hi, bestie. Hello. Wait, bestie, before you leave, can I tell everyone? Can I tell everyone what's up? Everybody, today is my bestie of all besties' birthday today. So everybody say happy birthday to Roxy in the chat. Yay! Let's go! Hi, bestie. Thanks for popping in. I hope you have an amazing din. Where you going? What you eating? Do share with the class so that I can sit here and fantasize about it. Happy birthday to the second biggest Minty lover. That's true. That is a fact. We're kind of each other's biggest fans. But yes, happy birthday, my love. 1618 Asian fusion to get a whole roast pegging duck and soup dumpling. Oh, that sounds so good. I hope you enjoy every last bite, bestie. I hope you have an amazing time. That sounds delicious, man. I freaking love soup dumplings. They're so good. They're so freaking good. I'll be here investigating. True. We do call, I think I've talked about this before. I'm sure I have, but we call each other Zero because number one just doesn't quite describe. So yeah, zeroth biggest lover for sure. Oh, it's so funny. Well, I hope you have an amazing time, my love. It's good to see you. I don't want to look at this body. Do I have to look at it? Hey, Kaede, do you remember what we saw when we came in here? Don't do this.
Yeah.
Don't do this to me. Oh, the bookcase movie. Okay. Whew, okay. Yes, Zero is constant, baby. We saw the moving bookcase close on its own, right? Yeah, see, I kind of wonder if that was a fake out. I kind of wonder if he's the mastermind and he opened it, but then someone hit him and it closed before, you know, before he could go in there or something. Just don't run any nonary game while you're at it or do I'm not the boss of you. Wait, what? Just don't run any nonary games? Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me, I'm being stupid. Okay, no one even touched it, so how did that happen? I feel like it has to be him because otherwise the cameras would catch who actually was trying to go in there, and that would reveal way too much, like, in the beginning. But if it's him and he's dead, that still leaves a perfect amount of like mystery left, you know? So I feel like it's gotta be Rantaro that was trying to get in that door. I feel like it has to be. All right, actually it has to do with how the bookcase works. Shuichi moved the bookcase to reveal the hidden door. Ramble.
Is that all right?
Take a look at this. If I let go of the bookcase, he let go of the bookcase, and after waiting for a bit, the only question is if he was the one like kind of opening it, you know? What happened? Like, what was the events that happened that made his body, instead of like facing the bookcase or being closer to the bookcase, at least being way off to the side and facing that way? He was facing that camera, but if he was opening the bookcase, why would he stop and go face the camera? Unless maybe he started opening the bookcase, saw the camera and was like, oh shit, approached it to maybe like get rid of it, like take it, and then he was attacked. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe he noticed it while waiting for the bookcase to open. Anyways, okay, closed on its own. The bookcase is set up like an auto, and that would make sense too, because then he wouldn't have to close it. We know that it can close automatically. Yeah, I think that's what happened probably. The bookcase is set up like an automatic door. It closes after a period of time. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. If it didn't close on its own, you wouldn't be able to put the bookcase back after you went inside. I see. The bookcase has to close on its own once you go through the hidden door. I think it's also possible that because we know that Rantaro didn't remember what his ultimate is, maybe he also doesn't remember being the mastermind necessarily, but then why was he going through the door? Unless maybe he was fed information that told him about the bookcase and, you know, and then was checking it out. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities with him. I'm really curious to see where it's gonna go. But wait, if the bookcase closes itself after you enter the hidden door, oh, maybe the reason why the bookcase closed itself was because the mastermind was hiding just past the hidden door.
You're right.
After killing Rantaro, they ran through the hidden door. It's certainly possible. Yeah, but everybody was accounted for whenever the body discovery announcement was called. I mean, I guess there could be another entrance or like exit from whatever place that hidden door takes them to. But I don't know. Let's check that now.
Huh?
How do we check it?
Remember.
Oh, see, I don't know the voice actors' names enough for that, so I don't know. The dust on the card reader, remember? Shuichi moved the bookcase again to reveal the hidden door once more. Oh, oh wait, Rantaro's voice actor voiced Hajime?
Then...
Man, now I want to like go back to a VOD and like listen to Rantaro speak again. I don't remember. He was with us for such a short time. I don't remember his voice that well. All right, let's see. We leaned in to get a closer look at the gap of the card reader.
Huh?
The dust is still there. Yeah, so they didn't go in.
You're right.
It looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here. What if the mastermind replaced the dust after they used the card reader?
No.
How would they do that? No, I remember exactly where I put the dust. This hasn't been moved at all. That
Okay.
too. I think it's safe to assume the mastermind did not go through this door. Then the one who moved the moving bookcase at that time was Rantaro himself?
No.
I can't say for sure. We'll know more when we get the pictures back. It's also possible that he's not the mastermind and he was opening the door because he also somehow found out about it and was trying to look at it. I guess just because he opened the bookcase doesn't mean that that he's able to get through the door. He could just be aware of the door behind the bookcase. See, there's so many possibilities here. I can't say for sure. We'll know more when we get the pictures back. Even then, the pictures, if that's truly the case and he just also found out about the door behind the bookcase, then pictures of him being the one opening the bookcase doesn't necessarily prove that he's the mastermind. It just proves that he's like us and also knows about it, you know? So, oh, this is gonna be messy, isn't it? There's gonna be so many possibilities with this. There's a chance that someone else was hiding here.
I see.
There's so many like ways that this could go. Well, I still think the mastermind is the culprit. So we just need to find the clues that can connect us to the mastermind. We'll end the killing game that way too. Do I need to like actually look at his body? It doesn't even let me like, oh, near the body. There we go. Pretty sure I don't need to tell you this, but shouldn't we investigate Rantaro's body? All I know is you could have just left through the death road of despair, so who really caused this, you know? I'll own up to that. I'll own up to that. I wasn't strong enough. I wasn't agile enough. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I damned us all. I did. I did. I can admit that. Yes, if we want to find clues, we have to. I don't want to look at him. But if it's too much for you, Kaede, you don't have to, okay?
No.
It's fine. I can do it. My mind was set, and I started to walk toward Rantaro's body. The last time I saw Rantaro, he was alive and well. Why did Rantaro die here? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because of the fucking camera you put that you did not bother to actually conceal literally at all. It was just like bright ass screen, just clearly visible. No attempt whatsoever to hide it behind other books so that only the lens was revealed, that it could take pictures or whatever. No attempts whatsoever at that. Just right out there. Right out in plain sight. I swear to God, these people. What do you mean, die here?
Remember.
I mean, if Rantaro was the one who moved the bookcase, that would mean he came all the way over here with the book after the bookcase opened. He moved away from the hidden door to this spot. Why would he do that? Come on, Shuichi. You're supposed to be the ultimate investigator. It really doesn't take an investigator to put this together, does it? And there's no trace of his body being moved. It doesn't add up. Shuichi, you're disappointing me.
Are you okay?
You've gone pale. Although I guess that's normal. We have to investigate a body after all. The body of someone who was alive and talking to us just a little while ago.
No.
It's okay, really. We just have to do our best. Not just for Rantaro's sake, but also so we can avenge him. And so we can protect everyone else. We have to defeat the mastermind who's orchestrating this whole thing.
Hey,
Kaede, I'll help you in any way I can. I'll support you for this investigation. I am sort of a detective after all.
Jeez.
Sort of. You are a detective, remember?
okay.
Right. My Shayla. I know we need to examine his body, but I'm not sure where to start.
Leave it to me.
It's okay. I can do it. Shuichi showed no hesitation as he began to examine Rantaro's body. There's blood on the back of his head. Looks like a pretty deep wound. Ugh, I hate head stuff. It's consistent with blunt force trauma. Head stuff. I don't see any other injuries. The Monokuma file is accurate. This must be the fatal wound. So we can trust the Monokuma file?
Okay.
Yes, for now. At least he's talking through his thought process. Kyoko usually used her version of the talent to just poke around, not talking much, maybe a couple vague pointers, then give the lore drop mid-trial. That's fair. Yes, for now. Shuichi then stuck his hand into Rantaro's pocket.
Huh?
What? Wait, what are you doing? I'm checking what he had on his person. There might be a clue. If we're going to do this, we have to be thorough. I told you I would support you after all. How can you say that with so much confidence? Come on, Kaede. Pull yourself together. Who's saying that? What the fuck was that? I think I'm just gonna move past. What? Who said that? What was that? I mean, it does that in like the trial whenever it's like doing a tutorial, but what the fuck was that? Is that what that was supposed to be? Was it her thinking? Was that just her thoughts? It was like the blue text where it was like, get yourself together, Kaede, or whatever. Was that her thinking? Or is that like a narrator? Is it internal monologue? Okay. I thought they were doing something. I thought they were doing something sneaky with that. Okay, that was just her thinking. Okay, good to know. All right, I was about to go down a whole like, a whole fucking rabbit hole, cracked ass theory over that. Okay, I guess I forgot that it does it in blue. Okay, good to know, Jotted. All right, Rantaro had in his possession the key to his room and the student handbook monopad. The monopad is definitely his, and it's exactly the same model as ours. He didn't have a card key on him?
Could it be?
Pretty sure at least. White for out loud, blue for internal, and green for... Oh, maybe green was tutorial. Okay, see, I thought blue was for tutorial. Yeah, I might have, I think I mixed it up. Okay, got it. That's what I was thinking, but he didn't have it. I guess we'll see for the tutorial soon anyway when we're in the trial. Then Rantaro really wasn't the mastermind. Wait, what did they just say? Oh, like a card key for the library door thing, or the bookshelf door thing. Okay. I mean, I don't know that we can like conclusively say that, but it's definitely interesting that he didn't have a I don't know why they call it a card key. I would call it a key card, but anyway. If he was the mastermind, he wouldn't have come here without the card key. So with what we know now, that is the most likely possibility. I mean, the person that killed him also could have taken it off of him. You know? Yeah, key card sounds more natural, right? Why was Rantaro here if he wasn't the mastermind? Okay, yeah, this is like thoughts. Okay. Rantaro's belongings. Bloody shot put ball. Shot put? A bloody shot put ball is on the ground.
Could it be?
This shot put ball, could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely came from the warehouse on the first floor. There's blood all over it. That's the murder weapon, right? I don't see anything else that could have been used. Too bad we can't take fingerprints. I bet that thing has to have fingerprints on it.
You're right.
The shot itself is heavy. You would have to be fairly strong to use it as a weapon. Fairly strong, huh? Okay. I don't know that Kyo necessarily looked particularly strong, but...
Are you okay?
Kaede, are you okay? We've finished investigating the body. Let's get out of here for now, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Something's bothering me. Why did Rantaro come to the library? It seems likely that he is not the mastermind. What reason did he have for coming here? That's true. Some people do wear gloves. Yeah. Have to look if he was wearing gloves. Or did he have like bandages? I can't remember. I'll have to look at everyone's hands. We do. I think the witch girl wears gloves. I'm guessing it has something to do with what Rantaro mentioned earlier. It's not about outfoxing everyone in this killing game. It's about ending the game itself. That's the real goal. Ending the game itself.
Could it be?
Then it's possible he noticed the hidden door in the library, just like we did.
Huh?
What? He might have come to the same conclusion we did, that the mastermind would come here. You mean he had the same idea as us? No way, he should have told us. Well, we didn't tell him, so I mean, you know, he might have been using the same kind of line of logic. We could have worked together. I collapsed to the floor, crushed by the weight of my frustration. No. He probably couldn't risk telling us. Like you said, he was suspicious of everyone. I have you, Kaede, but Rantaro didn't have anyone he could trust. That might have been the only difference between me and him. As he said that, he offered me a hand. I took his hand and he firmly pulled me to my feet. Whoa, yeah, close.
Remember.
Kaede, let's go. We can't waste time now. You're not going to give up, right? You're going to save everyone.
Yeah.
Shuichi. He's right. I can't give up now.
Shuichi.
Thanks. I feel like I can rely on you even more. Shuichi is right. We can't give up until it's over. I can't stay depressed forever. I have to help everyone get out of here. We have to continue the investigation. We gotta find the mastermind. Alright, so I guess we need to... I don't know where we need to go next. Maybe the warehouse? Oh, I need to investigate more? Or maybe the moving bookcase? The moving bookcase is closed right now, so the hidden door is currently out of sight.
By the way,
You guys set up a security sensor on top of this bookcase, right?
Okay.
Never give up, I believe in you. Yeah, we got this, we got this. We're gonna solve this case. For Rantaro. Yeah, it should still be there. Let me check. Shuichi climbed up the ladder and looked on top of the moving bookcase.
Remember.
It's still here. I should take it down now.
oh,
Removing it is fine, but won't your receiver go off when you move it?
No.
No, it's all right. I turned the receiver off. Huh? You can turn it off?
Okay.
Yes, I made sure to switch it off on the way down here. I thought the mastermind could still be inside, and I didn't want to alert them.
I see.
See, smart thinking. Receiver on Shuichi. This is really kind of cracked, But like, what if it's like a setup? Not a great setup, but like, if Shuichi really is like the mastermind or like involved in that way somehow, having that sensor and being able to turn it on and off when needed to alert when needed is very convenient for him, isn't it? And knowing that he knows about the bookcase, he could easily have tipped literally anyone he wanted. Tip them off about it existing, right? I don't know, interesting to think about. It's just like, it's could also be completely innocent. It is very smart to be able to turn it off so that you don't accidentally alert, you know, the person you think is the mastermind and using it, but you could also see it the other way where, you know, because one, then you setting that up automatically makes you look innocent, right? Because why would you set something up that would help people potentially catch you? You know what I mean? It makes it harder for you to use that area or whatever, do what you need to do. So it puts you in a good light. It makes you look innocent, or at least like not a suspect to be the mastermind. All the while it still gives you control to like get around it by turning. I guess it would still capture the photos though. It just wouldn't make the alert go off. Unless I'm misunderstanding and turning it off also allows you to turn the sensor off. I'm not sure. It sounded more like just turning off the thing to alert, but still, I don't know. Interesting to think about. It's interesting to think about. Then again, you know, kind of like we said, what are the odds that like, I know that Shuichi is like the kind of like second lead or whatever, and Hajime was like us. But so I don't know how likely it is that for your like kind of sidekick to be the mastermind. But but actually, historically, you always kind of trust the your sidekick to not be the mastermind, right? I mean, Chiaki was kind of like an interesting take on that, where she wasn't the mastermind, but she also wasn't just like a person that didn't know what was going on, or, you know, just like was like you. So who knows? They could use that kind of trust that you've developed in your sidekick to make them be, you know, the mastermind in the end. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like key card sounds so much better to me for some reason. It just sounds right, you know? Don't say Shuichi, he's innocent. He would never do that. Listen, I said it with Chiaki, I'll say it with him. I don't care if he's innocent or not. I adore him. I'm on his side either way. I'll back him up. I don't care. He could be evil. I don't care. I'll back him up. That's my Pookie right there. So, you know, no judgment from me whatsoever if he is the mastermind. I don't care. I don't care. That's my Pookie. Are there more? What am I missing? Now I'm just confused. Is it... Well, no, we already did near the body, right? Yeah, I think we're done with that. What else is there? What am I missing? Did I not talk to someone? I think I talked to everyone. Let me talk to him, maybe.
Shuichi.
I need some advice. What do you think we should check first? I'm thinking about it too, but since you're a detective, you might know more than me.
That's true.
We should check first. Is if the areas where we place the cameras have changed in any way. Like the bookcases, the vent. Oh, maybe I have to click on the other bookcase. I don't know. I might have not talked to Tsumigi or Tsumugi. I'll check that too. I didn't do the
remember
side
correctly.
bookcase, I don't think, but I didn't think, I thought it was just like that because like we can always click on it, you know? But I think there was a camera on it, so let me try that. Yeah, we've done his
Well.
body. We hear from everyone here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me check, because I don't think I clicked on like this bookcase, you know? Doesn't seem as if anything has changed since we set up the cameras. There we go.
Remember,
The books that you stacked up haven't been moved. Oh, you mean the ones I stacked to keep people from going through the vent? Yeah, those have been left alone. Okay, so that's still good. We did the moving bookcase. Let me check Tsumugi. I don't know who killed Rantaro, but it's Monokuma's fault it happened. Oh yeah, yep, we did.
That's terrible.
We got hers. Okay, it might have just been that bookcase. Let me see. Or, no? What on earth am I still missing? Moving ladder? Nope. I talked to Miyu. I talked to Kirumi. I talked to Ryoma. We did the bookcase. We did the body. What the hecky? Was Ryoma's dialogue automatic? No, I think I clicked on him.
Be careful.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
I do
Here's
not
what I'm
know.
missing. I know. Okay, I know for a fact I talked to everyone. Unless maybe Miyu's
Fucking
was
bitch.
automatic, like
Fucking
from
moron.
Tsumugi. No. I'm so confused. Is there anything else to click on in here that I'm missing? Is it like the door? This is the rear door. It's the furthest door from the stairs and it leads to the hallway. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the door. By the way, this is the sliding door. See? It opens when you slide it.
okay.
Yes, I saw that. Do you think Rantaro entered through this door? I can't say for sure until we get those pictures back from the Monocubs. You're right. We'll just have to wait. About this door over here. Any dialogue with that? The front door that leads directly to the basement stairs. We went through this door before we discovered Rantaro's body. We entered the library through here with Kaito and Tenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the moving bookcase close, and then when we ran over,
That's true.
we found Rantaro's body behind the bookcase. I wonder if Rantaro entered through the same door as we did. Maybe the mastermind did too.
That's...
When we see the pictures after the Monocubs develop them, that will be clear.
Aw.
Okay, maybe that was that it. What the fuck? Not this, is it? Unless it's just talking about it for the first time in regards to like. Nope. I'm so confused what I'm missing here. Oh, maybe the vent? We were keeping watch in the classroom this vent leads to. I don't think the culprit came in or out through there. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, that was a truth bullet. Okay. Okay, got it. All right, Kaede, I think we've investigated the entire library now, but we still don't know anything yet. I feel like we didn't get any closer to
You're
the
right.
mastermind. The most important piece of evidence will be these photos, or those photos. Once we get those, but then again, we can't just say that and do nothing. Let's keep investigating what we can. Keep investigating.
That's true.
Yes, I think we should collect alibis. We need to verify where everyone was during the time frame when Rantaro was killed.
I see.
If that's the case, then who should be questioned?
Mm-hmm.
The 6 people that went down to the basement with Rantaro. Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Angie, and Himiko. Let's talk to them first. They should have been in the game room along with Rantaro. Let's ask them about what happened there. Okay, let's go find them. For now, let's head to the game room. Okay. Cool. Got it. Hi, Ulti. Thank you for getting your daily mint. How are you today? I hope you're having a lovely day. You know, now that you got me pausing for a second, I'm gonna have one of my cookies. But how are you? How are you? Hope you're doing good today. Oh, these are so good. Yeah, I got cookies. I got the ones that have like, they're the chocolate chip ones that have the little M&Ms on top. They're so good. Do you guys like if you get like store-bought cookies, you know, like Chips Ahoy or something, do you like the like crunchy ones or do you like the chewy ones? I like both, but I usually like the crunchy ones. There's just something about them. So good. They're really good, Ulti. The just like normal chocolate chip ones are really good too, but I love the ones with the little M&Ms on top. Okay. My girl Maki is here. The best kind are chewy and ooey and gooey on the inside and crunchy on the edge. See, for like a cookie, like a real cookie that's like baked, you know, I'm with you there. Ooey gooey in the middle, crunchy, a little bit of crunch on the edges. I'm totally with you. But like for the ones that are, you know, whatever. Like I said, like Keebler or like Chips Ahoy. I personally like the crunchy ones instead of the chewy. But my favorite kind of like cookie, like homemade or whatever, you know, is like ooey gooey in the middle. Oh, so good. So freaking good. That's so fair. Making it yourself just takes it to the next level, you know? So good. All right, let's see what Maki has to say. Maki, you were in the game room when Rantaro was killed, right?
Hey.
What were y'all doing down here? Rantaro was with you, right?
Hey.
Am I a suspect? Oh no, that's not what I meant. You should suspect me. In fact, you should be suspicious of everyone. Isn't it so interesting? I think we had a conversation about this before, you guys. Like words where like depending on if it's being used as like a noun or a verb or whatever, you say it slightly different, like suspect, a suspect, or suspect. Isn't that so interesting? Languages are so wild, I swear. I just love it. I find it so fascinating. All right, in fact, you should be suspicious of everyone. Huh? You know, fair enough, Queen. Someone got killed right after we all gathered here. The timing is too perfect. Then again, with the time limit so close to expiring, maybe that's why it happened.
You don't know?
So trust no one, Kaede, or you'll lose. Got it? I can't get a read on Maki at all. She just saw a dead body, yet she's perfectly calm. It's hard to imagine her as the ultimate child caregiver. But why were you all here in the first place? It was Kaito's idea. He suddenly wanted to hold a strategy meeting and gathered us together. The fact that lead and read rhyme and lead and red rhyme, but Oh god, you're switching them, aren't you? It hurts looking at it when I tried to read it. Lead and red, I assume, don't rhyme, and neither do lead and read. Is always one of the most wild to me. It's crazy to think about, and it's crazy how your brain just automatically, like, you know, with context clues and stuff, like, is just able to know which one it is. It's just, it's so crazy. Like, language is so crazy. Like, brains are fucking crazy. It's all crazy. I just find it so, like, fascinating. I love it. I absolutely love it. He said we should confront Monokuma once the time limit expires.
I don't understand.
That and like certain words where like you can pronounce it either way, and I feel like it's maybe like a regional thing or something, you know, like feudal or futile, you know, like you hear people say it either way. There's a lot of words like that where I switch between the two ways. It just depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. I don't know what makes me say it one way versus the other way sometimes, but like they're both correct, you know? It's so interesting to me. I don't know. I love languages. I love words. All right, he picked the 7 people he thought would be useful in a fight. Angie? I don't know about Angie. The others I can see, though. The others I guess I can see. Yeah, so who's missing then out of these? Kyo, what's that one kid's name? The like pathological liar kid. Kyo, oh, do you mean like novice and novice? Kokichi, yeah, Kokichi. Okay, so Kyo, Kokichi, who else? Ryoma wasn't with them. Maid girl wasn't with them. Tsumugi wasn't with them. What, a cleric who can call down the power of a god? Oh, you know what? Fair enough, yeah. You said novice the other day, yeah. I think I gravitate towards saying novice more than novice. That one I don't actually know. Is novice technically correct? Some of them I'm not sure if they're both correct or if I just pronounce things wrong sometimes. Do people say novice? Yeah, I believe that. I definitely mispronounce things a lot. Because there's a lot of words I never hear out loud, so it's just like how my brain reads it, you know? Never heard it said like that. It's a thing like ration. If you read a lot, you learn words. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of words where I've only ever read it in a book. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Ration or ration? People say ration? I've never heard ration before. Yeah, like ratio. That makes sense. I've never heard anyone say ration though. Is that like legit way to say it? But yeah, that shit happens to me all the time. It's one thing I really put into perspective whenever I started streaming, because I always feel like whenever I get to a word when I'm streaming that I have to say out loud that I realize I don't actually know how to pronounce. I feel like I need to acknowledge it. So then I'm like, is that how do you say that? I don't know. I feel like I have to acknowledge that I don't actually know how to pronounce it. Yeah, it's so interesting though. It's kind of fascinating, you know, that you can read a word like thousands of times but never hear it out loud, or maybe not hear it out loud enough to remember that's how it's said. But yeah, because I think what What was the word that I heard? It's been a while now since this, but like one word that I would like read all the time, but never heard out loud. Ethereal? I think that's how it's actually said. Ethereal. But I would always read it as ethereal. And then I finally, like on TikTok, like a couple years ago or whatever, heard someone say it out loud. And I was like, and I instantly knew what that, you know, what they were saying. And I was like, wait, is that how you say that word? Because I just never heard someone say out loud, ethereal. Oh, epitome. Yeah, I read that in my head sometimes as epitome. I know that it's epitome, but I do read whenever I'm like reading it in a book. Sometimes my brain does read it as epitome. It probably slips out from time to time too. Yeah. When I follow someone or some Twitch people, they read my name as Juan. Yeah, that's hilarious. Juan. I think it's actually pronounced Juan, right? Because I think you used to make fun of me because I'd say Juan. And then I changed it. So either I was right before and now I'm wrong, or I was wrong before and now I'm right. But I made an effort. With an H sound, yeah. Juan. Yeah, you cultured me. I'm trying to do better for you, Juan. But you know, that makes me feel a little bit better. At least I was better than Juan. Oh, brother, that's funny. Oh, God. Anyway. Language is crazy, though, y'all. It's crazy. You still pronounce my name as Az? Wait, is that not right? Bestie, don't do this. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I'm done. I can't with you anymore. Shut the fuck up. Solder is one that gets me. Like, I know the US English pronunciation is... Wait, it's solder? Where the fuck did the L go? What do you mean? For some reason, my brain can only parse it as solder. The UK English and other type pronunciation, despite being it. Okay, I've heard the word solder out loud. Okay, so I know what that is. I guess I thought solder and solder were like two different words for the same thing. I don't think I ever made the connection that I understand those two things as like the same thing, but like put the connection there that like, oh, maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong or like reading it wrong. Wait, why the fuck? Where the fuck did the L go? What do you mean? No, wait, hold on though. Okay, I'm sorry. We're getting so distracted today. What's that one word though? Now I'm thinking of something. What's that word when you like when you like when you like close a wound or whatever? Or am I getting cauterize? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Wait, no, but is it cauterize like whenever you suture? That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. You had me thinking it was cauterized for real for a second though. I was like, yeah, that one. Yeah, suture. Cauterize like not burn, but like, yeah, with like fire, right? And suture is like to sew it. And solder is to like with fire or whatever, like heat something to melt it together, right? Like metal. That's what soldering is, right? Why the fuck is it spelled like that? Why is it spelled like that? That don't make no fucking sense. What the fuck do you mean? What? Yeah, on electronics and stuff, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you know, okay, I think legit, and this is funny, because as I was Googling solder, like S-O-L-D-E-R, it popped up solder versus S-A-U-T-E-R. I think my brain always assumed that solder, which I'm now learning is spelled solder. I think my brain thought that that kind of soldering was spelled as S-A-U-T-E-R. And whenever I search that up, it says solder, S-A-U-T-E-R, is a misspelling of the word S-O-L-D-E-R. Which makes sense, especially if you think of it like solder and cauterize when they're both like with heat or whatever, you know? Anyways, maybe that's where the misspelling comes from, like the association between those two. Anyways, I don't know, fucking crazy. I'm an electronic, I can be soldered. Yeah, you know, some of these parts are getting old, so yeah. That we could. Any electricians or whatever? Any engineers? I don't know, whoever the fuck. Anyway, can anyone upgrade my hardware? Cause you know, I don't know, man. It's not working like it used to. My back still hurts, you guys. My back still hurts. Any Waynes in the house? Exactly. Any Waynes in the house? Could theoretically do some light editing and just cut this tangent out. Nah. Keep it in. Keep it in. Y'all are here for the yapping, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be engaging in the Yap Fest. It stays. The yapping stays. That's what my VODs are for. We rarely stay on topic here. Okay. We're gonna focus now. Oh, she looks so cute. I'm not sure those 7 would all be useful in a fight, though.
I see.
That's called a boob job. I have a secret, you guys. My boobies are not as big as my models. You would know that if you've seen my concert fits. And you know, thank God. Thank God, because as we just discussed, my back already hurts. I don't need all that. I'm happy with what I got, you know? It's all good. But I've been lying to you guys. I've been lying, yeah. I'm so sorry. I hope you don't see me differently. 3 times beat it. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Yeah, baited and catfish. I know. What can I say? I gotta do what I gotta do to get these views, man. I gotta do what I gotta do. I got cats to feed. They're children. What was I supposed to do? Anyways, all right. Kaito thought Himiko's magic and Angie's connection to Atua would be useful. Makes sense.
Huh?
But what about you, Maki? Why did he also pick the ultimate child caregiver?
This is stupid.
Maybe because like you, maybe know like first aid or something. I don't know, in case someone got hurt in the fight. Only follow for the knees. Oh well, shit. I guess I gotta flash them then. I guess I better do that before you run away. There you go. Check out those knees. You have a need for knees. They are pretty good knees, I must say. One of the best VTuber knees out there. One of the best VTubers out there. VTuber knees. Why catfish anyway? What does a random fish have to do with not being as you present? That's a good question. Why is it called catfishing? I don't know. We're going down so many rabbit holes, I swear. Okay, well, wifey is number one, so yeah. Wifey for sure. Got some good ass knees. But look at these knees. How about those knees? Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Okay, now we have to focus, you guys. We have to focus. Let me put myself back in place. Back in position. Okay. He just looked at me and said, yeah, you probably know how to fight. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure. That's it? Jeez. That does sound like something Kaito would do, though. But why have a strategy meeting in the game room in the basement?
I don't know.
Beats me. Maybe Kaito figured it would be harder for Monokuma to find us here. In other words, it was just a coincidence? Maki is so cute. I love her. I hope she doesn't die. And what was Rantaro doing at the time? Was he in the strategy meeting with you?
That's true.
He was at first, but then he excused himself to go to the bathroom and left on his own. Maybe he had a plan to meet with someone? Kaito and Tenko went looking for him so we could finish the meeting before time expired. How long was Shuichi gone? Because he left us for a while, right? He left us for a while and then he came back. I think because he was checking out what the people were doing that were going downstairs, the group, to make sure they didn't go in the library. But how long was he down there? Was he down there long enough for Rantaro to leave the group, go in there, and potentially murder him? I'm just saying. But I don't think so, because the sensor didn't go off until after he came back, right? And he didn't have the sensor, or he didn't have the alert thing with him. He gave it to us while he ran off, I think. So I don't think so, because otherwise it would have went off while I was alone. Or did we keep it? I can't remember. Everything I'm seeing is basically, it's called that because it's called that. One random documentary about the concept was called that and it stuck. Then no elaboration on why the documentary called it that. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, I guess that happens, so sure. All right, Kaito and Tenko went looking for him so we could finish the meeting before time expired. That must have happened around... Huh? What are you guys doing here? Well, never mind. Your timing's perfect. You should join our strategy meeting. Kaede is definitely welcome to join. Then, did the four of you just wait in the game room the whole time?
Nope.
Angie, Himiko, and I were the only ones who stayed behind. Gonta never joined us. Huh? Gonta wasn't with you guys? Gonta did arrive, but then he left and locked himself in the AV room in the back. He was in the AV room by himself?
Ew.
Suspicious behavior, isn't it? The other two felt the same way. Are they trying to make him look guilty because he's clearly strong? And then something suspicious? I don't know that I believe that it's Gonta as the murderer. What other two?
Like I'd know.
Why don't you go to the AV room? They're probably still there. Interesting. Interesting. What is this? Is this the way out?
Shuichi.
Oh, that's the AV room. Okay. He just needed to let his dogs out in peace. Yeah, I mean, who am I to deny him that right? I will judge him for it a little bit, but who am I to deny him that? Hey, Shuichi, the AV room is that room in the back, right?
Could it be?
Kaede, have you never been in there before?
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Monkey
Wait!
Kaito are here. Wait! Going to not murder anyone!
Come on, man.
I told you. We're not saying you did. We just want to talk. No. It's him, alright. He's going to face... Or he's got the face of a killer. She also does not have gloves.
No way.
No judge going to buy his outside. On inside, going to gentleman.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on here?
Ah.
Oh, hey there, Kaede. We're just trying to ask him. Just tell us while we're still asking nicely. Are you or are you not the culprit? Or are you not the culprit? Are you not the culprit?
Huh?
Going to not know. It's just been this over and over. We can't move forward at all. I think your questions are the problem. Then I'll change the question. Timmy buys 5 strawberries for 50 cents each and 1 apple. That's totally off topic, Kimiko. Do your own math homework. Hey, Gonta. I talked to Maki earlier. You were in the basement AV room alone the whole time, right? But what were you doing here alone? Gonta happy to be invited to meeting, but Gonta think he'd not be much help, cause he not smart.
Bugs are.
So Gonta in here alone, watching bug movie.
huh?
What? How does that help?
Honest.
Bug movie fill Gonta with fight. Make Gonta ready to fight Monokuma.
See.
So it helps you fight. Okay, sure. You do you, Gonta. I love how supportive Kaede is. She's just so, like, no judgment. Just like, yeah, all right, cool. Like, she does not care. I love her.
No.
But why was it locked? She is precious. I love her. What was locked?
My magic.
If you don't answer honestly, I'll change you into a girl with with my magic. Huh? Oh my god, that music. Gonta no can become girl Gonta. Then Gonta never become gentleman.
Jeez.
Himiko, can you just shut up for a second? You're making this harder than it needs
Is
to
that
be.
all right?
Gonta, can you tell us what happened next?
Gonta.
Gonta just need focus. If Gonta no focus, Gonta no can fill up with fight. Yes, she
Honest.
is a great character. That it, really. Gonta just want to protect everyone. I know, I really love her personality. I love her as a protagonist. But you guys not gonna believe Gonta, huh? Because Gonta's so big and scary looking, huh?
Whoa.
Or when you make that face. Calm down. You're making a really scary
How can
face.
this be?
Because Gonta feels so useless. After hearing his story, I can see why people would suspect him. But I wonder what really happened. Could he actually be the mastermind?
That's true.
Kaede, let's investigate this room a little more. We also need to verify Gonta's alibi. What's her name was feisty and fun too. Komaru. I do like Komaru, yeah. Looks like it might be related to a similar phenomenon to the koi die unless you ship them with a piranha concept ZTT brought up. Woman who did the catfishing that led to the documentary, her husband, when interviewed, told a story about cod would stay still when shipping and atrophy being less tasty until they started adding catfish to get them to move around, and catfish keep you on your toes. It doesn't really explain much, still kind of just, it's called that because it's called that. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. It's crazy how things can just, like, a term or whatever, you know, could just catch on like that though without it really having like a direct like link or reason to what it's then like used to refer to or whatever. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's take a look around. What all we got here? There are a lot of movies crammed into the bookcase. Oh, The Legend of 1900. I've always wanted to see this film.
That's...
You can change the way you react to certain things if you ever want to add a little flair. Oh yeah, there is like a react button or something, isn't there? But I forget how you pull it up. And I couldn't get it to work before. It wasn't like registering, but I was probably just doing it wrong somehow. The right click thing to hear.
Huh?
Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. What'd she just say? Or what he say? The one with the pianist that has Eyes like a dead fish, right? This film won awards for its phenomenal music. US audiences were moved to tears. Wait, so how do I do it? Right click? It's not doing anything when I right click.
Really?
Well, Americans do tend to get emotional. What else do they have here? I grabbed a movie at random, and the case was covered with pictures of naked men and women. Find any movies over there? No. Don't look, Shuichi. Oh, nothing suspicious over here. Let's go look somewhere else.
What happened?
What's wrong? Did you see something?
That's wrong.
Might be in the control menu. I'll have to look, yeah. I said it's nothing. Let me see. Do I have to hold, maybe? Because it's that react, right? Yeah, that's what I was pressing. Let me try holding. I think I remember hearing someone talk about it just getting stuck cycling and saying that's right over and over when talking about how they played the series in a completely different series. Yeah, I don't know. It's not even like, it's not doing anything when I hold right click either. So I know I definitely got it to pull up before, unless it pulled it up itself for the tutorial, because that's when it was up. But it's not reacting to it here. I said it's nothing. There's nothing here but a bunch of movies. I mean, movies.
Wait.
Oh, sweetheart. Kaede, you're panicking. It's okay if you found a clue. You can tell me. Here, let me look.
Ah, jeez.
No, don't come over here. A couple minutes later, we were both looking down at the floor with beet red faces.
Right?
I told you.
Sorry.
Let's investigate something else. That's funny. Oh gosh. There are some posters rolled up with rubber bands in a cylindrical bucket. Is this a movie poster? They're all the same too. Took a poster out and unrolled it. Ultra Despair Girls 2? Coming soon? It looks like a game, but I've never heard of it before. A high school girl with a megaphone and a serial killer. Sounds like some lame spin-off. You shut your mouth, Kaede. Is this one of Monokuma's pranks?
Yeah.
Probably. Speaking of Komaru, yeah. Oh. Almost like she's doing a crossover in her manga for the game that she surely has awareness of and broke the fourth wall knowing that she's in it. I bet this huge speaker produces some high quality sound, but that's not relevant now. Gonna say the same thing. Yeah. Let's look at the screen. The screen for the projector, but the projector is turned off.
That's true.
If you roll up the screen, you could use it as a long pole of sorts. So what?
No.
I was just thinking that it could be used for something. Used how? Shuichi. Shuichi. Sometimes you say some weird things, Shuichi. Must be a detective quirk of yours.
Okay.
Ah, you think so? Sorry, you can treat it as me talking to myself. Shuichi. Let's just forget this ever happened and move on. Yeah, fair enough. Do I need to talk to them? Probably, right?
Damn.
Jeez, I can't believe that happened right next door to our strategy meeting. Kaito, can you tell me more about this strategy meeting of yours? You gathered everyone to meet in the basement, right? What, am I one of your suspects now? No, that's not what I'm... Nah, it's natural that you're suspicious of me.
Of course.
But I'm not the culprit. I swear it on the universe. I've got nothing to hide, so you can ask me anything. Okay.
Then,
Well, now that we have the chance, let's look back at the entire incident together. Kaito went to the scene with us, so he might have noticed something we missed.
Got it.
All right then, where should we start? After Kaede and I set up the cameras, we were keeping watch from the classroom. Some time passed, and then we saw you guys go down to the basement. When did you start asking people to go with you?
So,
I don't remember the exact time, but I asked them one by one and we all went there
Okay.
together. That's when we saw you. You, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Angie, Himiko, and Rantaro.
you know.
Now that I think about it, the monitor started going off just before that. That creepy music made it hard to keep the strategy meeting going. Want to confirm what you've told me so far? Everyone went to the game room for this meeting and no one went to the library, right?
Ah,
Yeah, we went straight to the game room. But right after we went inside, Gonta went into the AV room and wouldn't come out. Yeah, Maki told me about that.
so.
After that, during the meeting, Rantaro left to go to the bathroom. But we thought it'd be bad if the meeting stopped, so me and Tenko went to get him back. Just let him go to the bath? Well, I guess not because he ended up dead, but... And that's when we met up with you
Okay.
guys. We had gone down to the basement because the security sensor receiver went off.
Yeah.
And right when I was about to open the library door, you guys called out to us. So after you and Tenko left the game room, Himiko and Maki were still there,
Got it.
right? Yeah, I guarantee it.
But you know.
However, I can't guarantee that Gonta was in here the whole time.
I see.
I see. So we can't confirm Gonta's alibi
Hey.
yet. The library's rear entrance is at the end of the hallway, correct? Did you see
That's
anyone
right.
there? Well, I didn't get a good look, but I'm sure I would have noticed if someone was there.
Jeez.
Then I opened the door to the library with you guys and found Rantaro's dead body. That's just about how it went. We didn't learn any new information,
Come
though.
on, man.
So I'm not cleared of suspicion yet, huh?
no.
Don't worry. You're not a likely suspect.
Dumbass.
Hey, that's not something a detective should say. What?
Listen up.
If you suspect me, you better pursue it to the end. Investigate until you're satisfied. If you don't do that, you'll never reach the truth. Rantaro will have died for no reason. This is where you need to let your ultimate talent shine. Shuichi.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you notice something or remember anything, let us know.
Of course.
Well, I'm not planning on leaving it all to you guys. I'll investigate my own way. Okay. What about Miss Himiko? The culprit is definitely Gonta. He's suspicious no matter how you look
No.
at it. No, it's too early to determine that. There are a lot of things to consider. Really? Even so, it's definitely Gonta. He is suspicious no matter how you look at it. She's funny. No. Why don't you help investigate before you decide that, Himiko?
What a pain.
Investigating is a pain. Gonta's suspicious no matter how you look at it.
Got it?
Like I said, you need to investigate before you decide that. Hell, use your magic for all I care.
It's impossible.
Magic shouldn't be used like that. It'll lead to corruption.
Please.
Then stop being so lazy and put some actual effort into solving this. She is really cute, and she's funny. Does Gonta have anything else to say? Gonta watching Bug Movie to fill Gonta with fight, so Gonta can fight Monokuma. But Gonta need focus to fill up with fight, so Gonta lock door. That sounds like a lie. If you don't tell the truth, I'll blow your clothes off with magic. Eh? If Gonta naked in public, then Gonta never become gentleman.
Ah, jeez.
Himiko, shut up. Stop saying ridiculous things.
Honest.
Gonta just won't protect everyone. Really?
Why?
Why no one believe Gonta? Gonta feels so pathetic. I feel you, Gonta. I feel you. It's rough out here, bud. Store is different than the one we used to enter the game room. Is this connected to the
You're right.
hallway? It seems that way. Let's check. It's a sliding door. I'll open it. I tried to open it, but... Ka-chunk. Huh? That's weird. Doesn't open all the way. Looks like it wasn't installed right. I can only stick my arm through. I can see the hallway on the other side, but I suppose it's not possible to use this door.
No.
Alright. No. If it's Gonta, it doesn't matter if the door was stuck. He's strong enough to throw that super heavy manhole cover.
That's right.
Yeah, he could eat this door for breakfast.
Don't never do that!
Going to not eat door for breakfast. Breakfast, most important meal of any gentleman's day.
Okay.
I agree.
Huh?
Huh? You think Gonta could eat this door?
No.
No, not that. I mean, I don't think he did anything like that. Look at this.
Is that alright?
There's dust piled up on the railing of the door. Shuichi loves to use dust as evidence. This sliding door hasn't moved in a while. I mean, fair, like, it works, but it's just really be relying on dust right now. Dusty door evidence. So then he just forced his way through the gap. That's not possible. There's maybe enough space for a baseball to fit through. I guess an arm could fit through as well, if it were thin enough. Yeah, but like, okay, sure. But this is out into the hallway, right? Not out into the library. Or is the door to the library like across the way from it, where the library door could be open and they throw it through the hall into the library? Like that, you know? What are we suggesting here? Not that it strictly matters, but looks like the trigger for react is holding right click, then actually moving the mouse. Oh. Does it have to be like at a certain time? Like, is it only certain things where I can do it? Like, I guess an arm could fit through as well if it were thin enough.
It's magic.
Then he probably used magic that makes you slim and keeps the fat off. I don't know. Our good friend Kyu is pretty slender though. Oh, okay. It's because Kaede was talking there. Sure. Oh, so you got like a kind of four reactions, right? Okay. How do I...
I don't agree with that.
Oh, okay, I did it! Oh, there's 8 strong and weak for each. Oh, okay.
Wait!
Gonta no can use magic.
Okay.
Oh, I can use magic. These two never have anything important to say.
What's the matter?
No.
Nothing. Just something I want to confirm. I'm going to try the sliding door one more time. As Shuichi peeked through the gap of the sliding door, he muttered,
I knew it.
"Thought so. Look, you can see the rear entrance to the library from here." Okay, so it lines up. This door and the rear entrance are located straight across from one another. So what?
That's...
I'm not sure if it matters yet, but it is a little concerning. Concerning how? Yeah, okay. I think we've investigated everything here too. Then what should we do next?
Hey.
For now, let's ask the others some questions. There are still people we haven't talked to. So wait, so was Gonta in this room alone? Like up until after the murder was discovered? He was all alone? Completely alone. Okay, gotcha. For now, let's ask the others some questions. There are still people we haven't talked to. This would be done if we... This would... Oh my god, my brain. This would be done with if we had the pictures. We wouldn't have to waste our time like this. Well, not necessarily if someone if someone could have killed him from all the way over here. Like, they could be not on the camera at all. That's his claim, at least. Yeah. Okay. We'd already know who the mastermind is. That's true, but we shouldn't wait around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Let's go talk to the others. We got Tenko up here. Let's see what she's got to say. Oh, Tenko, I wanted to ask you something. We asked Tenko about what happened in the game room, but she only confirmed what Maki had told us and didn't provide any new information.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
That's right.
I knew it. Gonta would be the most suspicious since he locked himself in the AV room. Not to mention he's also a male. Are you submitting that as evidence? By the way, how has your investigation been going? I haven't done any investigating. What?
Degenerate male.
Hey, degenerate. Don't give me that face. I've been doing something else. I've been watching Angie.
Huh?
Watching Angie?
Listen up.
We agreed to investigate with one other person, right? But Angie's just been wandering around alone.
I see.
Oh, that's why you're with Angie? I don't want to suspect anyone either, but girls' lives are at stake here.
Okay.
I love Tenko. For an investigation like this to work, we have to trust each other. Her face. Oh, she does not look happy right now.
Ugh, degenerate males.
Don't act all high and mighty with me, you two-faced degenerate.
No.
Sorry, that wasn't my intention. I love her. She is so hilarious. Miss Angie. Okay, so is this the AV room door? Yes, okay. Gotcha. Sure. Now, okay. So, opening it from either side, it's the same. Okay. Let's see what Angie has to say.
Hey.
You're not gonna investigate, Angie? Investigating is important, but I gotta say my prayers to Atua too.
Amen.
Oh, Atua, please let Rantaro enter heaven safe and sound. Suppose a prayer couldn't hurt. Rantaro died in such a gruesome way. Would he be able to go to heaven in peace? It'd be nice if he
It'll
could.
be okay.
Don't worry, I'll pray hard. If I pray hard enough, I'll earn enough points to become a platinum disciple.
Huh?
Sounds like a credit card rewards program. Kinda does. Okay, we got them. No one else here, right? Let's go upstairs, I guess. I really want to talk to Kyo since he's just kind of the person I put out there, you know? Let's see what he has to say. I mean, I want to see what everyone has to say. Kokichi, you little rascal. How you doing? Oh, investigating together, are we? You two sure have gotten awfully chummy. Are you here alone, Kokichi? Yeah, why?
Jeez.
We all agreed to investigate with at least one other person.
Was it?
Oh, did we? Well, just because we agreed doesn't mean we have to do it, right?
Hey.
Why would you do something that would make everyone suspicious of you?
Right?
Because I'm an evil supreme leader, remember? I'm supposed to be suspicious.
Is that all right?
Anyway, there's something I wanted to ask you. What were you doing at the time Rantaro was killed? Oh, an interrogation from the ultimate detective himself? What a rare opportunity. Then I'll gladly answer. To tell you the truth, I was in the library, smashing in Rantaro's head.
Huh?
Our supreme leader. Leave me alone! Hey, quit screwing around and take this seriously. Why? Do I really need to tell you guys what I was doing? What?
Because?
If I gave you honest answers now, it'd just make everything boring, right? I'd rather just tell you at the class trial. That would be more fun. Way more fun. He's like a similar agent of chaos that that fucking Nagito was, except he's more like, he's like more playful about it and like he's just having fun, whereas Nagito had a weird sense of like justice and stuff kind of with it. Like, I don't know. It was like whatever, but I don't know. Kokichi cracks me up. Elias, hi, hello, how are you? Thank you for getting your daily mint. How are you doing today? Yeah, but they're both like agents of chaos, and I enjoy it. I don't know. Kokichi just really cracks me up. All right, yeah. Shit. The trial's gonna be boring anyway, since we'll have photo evidence. Look at him with little tears in his eyes. He's stressing about that. What are you saying?
Anyway.
I'm just saying this is a game. Let's have some fun with it.
That's wrong.
This isn't a game. Rintaro was murdered. All our lives are at
How
stake.
exciting.
Exactly. It's a game of life or death. I'm so excited. I want the class trial to start already. Is Kokichi actually enjoying this situation? I'm always doing great at 3 a.m. You know, 3 a.m. is a peak time for sure, for sure. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Oh, level up. I'm definitely missing wherever these like Monokumas are hiding. The ones that you're supposed to collect. I've only gotten 2 and we're in the investigation, so I'm definitely missing shit. I should probably just look at the map, huh, to find out where people are. I don't know why I'm just like walking around, just fucking free roaming. Oh! Wait, where were they? In the oh, were they in the classroom? Okay. Well, shit, damn it. Let me turn on back around. Cause that's the person I want to talk to. Don't mind me, Kokichi. Mind your business. Mind your business. I also love Danganronpa. Hard not to. All right, and we got Kibo in here. Oh, Kibo and Kiyo. Kaede, Shuichi, I would like to ask you two a question. You were on lookout inside this classroom, right? Yeah. From here, we could keep an eye on the basement, and it was close to the library,
Right.
too. That's our alibi. We were both in this classroom when the murder occurred. I see. Then the probability that you two committed the crime is extremely low. By the way, were you two together the entire time?
No.
I'm just thinking, like, because I was just thinking to myself, if Shuichi was able to turn off the thing so it wouldn't alert while he went off to check that everybody didn't go in the library, but actually went in there and committed a murder, and if he is the mastermind, could he have made sure that that crazy, annoying music was playing so that Kaede wouldn't be able to hear that happening through the vent because that music was so fucking loud and obnoxious? Or at least, regardless of if it's him or not, just like the mastermind maybe knew that they were set up and watching and made sure that that music was playing if the mastermind did the murder. Or, well, you know, actually, even if they didn't do the murder, maybe to just kind of impede on it, you know? But why is everything like sussing me out on Shuichi? Why am I getting sussed out with him? And like, you know, like I said before, Shuichi's my Pookie, so like I do not care if he's evil. I do not care. However, if he did do the killing, okay, if he did do the killing, then that means he's going to get caught. And if he gets caught, since they're doing the trial, he still doesn't get the free pass, right? Like, he gets punished then because he agreed to do the trial. Either way, he leaves. Either way, he's gone. And I don't want him to leave. I like him around. So I want to be wrong about that because I don't want him to leave. Okay, it has been waived. Okay, that's what I thought. Because otherwise it'd be kind of unfair, right? That they get to do the trial but then still get off scot-free if they get caught. Yeah. So then he's dead, right? I don't want to lose him. That's my Pookie right there. So I hate that my brain keeps finding ways to be suspicious of him. But like, it's kind of interesting that there's these little details that could corroborate it, right? Kind of weird, right? All right, no, I did leave for a bit to see what was happening in the basement. Yeah, okay. But besides that, we were together the whole time until the receiver went off. See, I'm just thinking about whenever he left for a little bit. That could have been the perfect time. And with the music playing, she might not have heard it happen. And if he can make sure the thing doesn't alert, she wouldn't be alerted of movement. How was the body discovered again? Was someone alone when they initially found it? Like, could it have been discovered by someone but not enough to put on the body discovery announcement? Because the body discovery announcement went off after we saw it. Because remember, we were standing there like, wait, why didn't the announcement go off yet? Yes, I know it's when 3 people. I just don't remember if it's like talked about that someone found the body alone first and like ran off, got other people. I know that the body discovery announcement went off when we were at the scene. But would an ultimate detective be sloppy enough to get caught unless they wanted to be for some reason? I don't know. Well, here's the issue too. Here's the issue with manga theory specifically. Here's the issue with manga theory is that because there was that whole thing where it's like, you guys forgot your backstory. And before they were given their memories of their backstory, they didn't even like mention ultimates. There was no, their outfits were completely different. Nothing to connect them to what their ultimates are. So what if they're not even like, what if their ultimates aren't like genuine? You know, they're just like assigned. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It didn't go off until like everyone got there after you. Okay, yeah. I know it was at least after we had already gotten there. But yeah, so whenever the thing went off for us, that doesn't necessarily mean it was when someone was like trying to get in the door, or even when someone was doing the murder. It could have been just when someone discovered the body alone. I think it could potentially be Monokuma wanting to draw out the tension of maybe Rintaro was the mastermind, why it took so long to pop. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'm just trying to connect like everything in terms of if Shuichi could have committed this murder, what was the action? What was happening in the library when the alert did go off? Was it alerting because the door opened? Was it alerting because it's just like movement in front of that door, right? So was it alerting because the door opened? Was it alerting because the murder was happening? Or was it alerting because someone went in there and saw, like, alerting to the person that went in there, presumably walked up to Rantaro and saw the body? Because if Shuichi did commit this murder and he's able to turn that alert thing off, he could have made sure it was off so that it wouldn't catch when Rantaro was getting murdered. And whenever it went off for them, you know, we assume that it's because someone was opening the door, but what if it alerted because someone was discovering the body alone? Or, you know, whatever, just didn't, we know that the body discovery announcement didn't go off till later, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. So I don't know why I keep sussing him out. I just do. I just keep sussing him out for some reason. But besides that, we were together the whole time until the receiver went off. Not very nice of me, but you know, what I was made to do. Cracked theories are not always nice. They usually hurt my feelings, that's for sure. Besides that, we were together the whole time until the receiver went off. I want to like go back now and watch that scene when he leaves and stuff, because I just want to see, because I'm pretty sure Kaede had the receiver. And then like, did she give it back to him when he came back? And he could have like turned it back on. You know, I just like to kind of iron out this sussy-wussy theory I've got going on. I feel like I need to know exactly how that little scene there played out, because I can't remember it 100% certain, and those small details will change whether it's possible or whether it's feasible or not. So after this stream, I might go back and like find just that scene right before we go down, you know, into the basement together. Cause I'm just like, there's just like a lot of little things here that give Shuichi a lot of like control that could make it feasible, while also putting him in a position that makes him seem innocent. Right? Anyways. I don't know. Right, yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much.
I understand. Thank you very much. Lookout Classroom has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your monopad.
Hey.
Is that all you wanted to ask? Oh, may I ask you one more question? Specifically about that vent.
By the way,
It appears to be connected to this classroom. The air duct in the basement hallway leads to it.
that's...
Yes, I was also concerned about this vent. That's why we kept watch in this classroom.
That's right.
Because the culprit wouldn't be able to use this vent if we're in here on lookout.
That's right.
Under those circumstances, it would be difficult to sneak into the library from here.
Okay.
Kaede stacked up books in front of the library vent as well. With those in the way, it would be even harder for someone to go in and out.
I'll commit that to my memory bank.
Really? I will be sure to save that important piece of information to my memory bank.
Thank you very much.
Hope my line of questioning has not offended either of you. It is necessary so that we may find the truth. Kibo, you totally sounded like a detective or a lawyer just now. Oh, maybe you were a detective or a lawyer in a past life. In a past life? How could I have a past life when I'm not made of human components? Alright, Kyo. Hands are covered. Let me guess, you wish to hear my alibi, yes?
Huh?
Huh? How'd you know?
You see.
My appearance and actions thus far suggest I am someone who would commit a murder. At least he's self-aware.
Well,
Really? I didn't expect him to like acknowledge that, or other people to acknowledge that. I thought I was just cooking by myself. Okay, so to briefly state the truth, When the body discovery announcement played, I was in the dining hall eating supper.
Ah, yes.
The other people there with me were Miyu, Kirumi, and Tsumugi. The Monocubs prepared the meal for me. It was listed on the menu as pasta that tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake or some such. That pasta sounds
Do
depressing.
you understand?
The fuck? That concludes my alibi. I do hope it can be of some help.
Hey,
And what about the people around you? Did you notice anything in particular?
yes.
Ah, if there was something to note, it would be that Mio was tinkering with something or other. There was also a brief period of time where Tsumugi left to use the restroom. The restroom, huh? Interesting. Well, Tsumugi is the ultimate cosplayer. I mean, if souls and reincarnation slash metempsychosis is a thing, and setting could theoretically happen to a robot, he's lifelike enough. He might have one if he exists. Yeah, anything's possible, man. Anything's possible. She could have gone to the bathroom to secretly disguise herself as someone else. Someone else? But who?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll go talk to her. She should be at the crime scene in the library. Interesting. So we did get an account from him, but how do I Oh, this is a weird control. Okay. But okay, so he was with Miyu, Kirumi, and Tsumugi. Wait, do we know when? How recent? Do you know the time of death? 9:10. And what time was it when we discovered the body? Was that? Was that like specified? It doesn't do much for me without knowing like when was the time of the suspected death versus when it was discovered and stuff. The vent that connects to the library. Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom that connects with this vent. Dusk already. You're bored, aren't you? Did it say that before? Just say something different now. Lost those two what they were doing during the body discovery announcement. Okay, can I leave now? Oh, no.
Is that all right?
Lost these two what they were doing. Oh. Did I not get everything I needed from them?
Hey,
Oh, right, because he questioned us first. Okay. Hey, Kibo, what were you doing and where... What were you doing and where during the body discovery announcement? Ah, my alibi. Oh my god. Hello? Huh? Are you glitching right now?
Well,
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense. No, I'm just searching for the right words. In all honesty, I was alone in my room, so I admit my alibi is not altogether reliable. So you don't have an alibi? But Ryoma said he was alone in his room too. Jeez, way to throw him under the bus. Huh? That was not my intention. But I see. Both Kibo and Ryoma don't have an alibi. That means it's possible one of those two is the mastermind. Am I under suspicion because I don't have an alibi? No, I won't suspect you just because you don't have an alibi.
of course.
And I'm not saying that because you're a robot or anything. I'm not robophobic at all.
thank you very much.
But you don't need to be so PC. Okay.
Okay.
Putting aside the thing about Tsumugi, now we know everyone's alibi. Huh? What about Kokichi?
No.
We don't need to ask him. He was definitely alone. Everyone we talked to hadn't seen him, so no one would corroborate his alibi, right? That means he must have been alone.
I see.
Oh, you're right. I guess that's why you're the detective and I'm not. So, hold on. I want to see if in the truth bullets is there, is there anything that states when the meeting happened? No, it doesn't. I really wish I knew the time of other things, because knowing this is like the time of the murder doesn't really mean anything if I don't know the time of when other things happened. The music started 1 hour before. Okay, yeah. I just want to know when the meeting okay, wait. Oh, so the music started an hour before and the music started right before the meeting, right? That's what they said earlier. The music started playing right before the meeting. But did the music play for the full hour though? Yeah, I think the music had just started whenever they walked by. Or either just before they walked by or just after they walked by, but very close to. But did the music play for the full hour? Oh gosh, like I really want to know like the timing of things. Hi Iris, what's going on, baby? We're cooking over here. Do you have any thoughts? Yeah, I've got so many thoughts, babes. All right, let's talk to Tsumugi.
Hey.
Hey, Tsumugi. I need to ask you something. She looks like she's busy thinking about something. She won't talk to me. Okay, but that's no excuse to give up. I think so. It can be so many people. Oh, you mean like the murderer? Yeah. My head is just like bursting with thoughts and information, and I actually feel like there's really not like I mean, I feel like the things that it's kind of pointing to here is Gonta. They're definitely kind of pointing to Tsumugi now. They're a little bit pointing to with her like slipping away and being able to disguise herself, I guess. Kokichi and Kibo don't have alibis, so you know, they're not really pointing at them, but the possibility is there. I personally feel like there's a lot of small things pointing to potentially Shuichi. I don't know. I think the time limit was nighttime, which I think is specifically 10 p.m. So if it started an hour before the time limit, it might have been going on 10 minutes at the time of Rantaro's estimated death. See, that's such a short period, too. Iris, stop trying to get in the closet. It's Pride Month, baby. You don't need to hide in there. You don't need to hide in there, baby. I don't know what it is recently, but she keeps wanting to like get in the closet, and she'll just like stand up on her back legs with her paws up on the closet door and just start like meowing and meowing and meowing. And And I'm like, girl, what? There's nothing in there for you. There's lots of clothes and stuff and some boxes and things, but there's nothing in there for you, baby. You're so silly. Hi, Mini-Me. How's it going? All right. I grabbed the hem of Tsumugi's shirt or skirt and began to lift it slowly. Okay. Pause. No.
Got it?
I'm gonna lift your skirt, Tsumugi. You okay with that? What is happening? Hi, Mini-Me. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Glad to hear you're doing okay. That is better than bad, so we will take it. Wait, Kaede. You better talk, or I'm gonna lift your skirt for Shuichi to see. Damn, girl. And then I'm gonna tie your skirt around your head so everyone can see your panties.
I understand.
I just need to talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, took you long enough. Kaede, you're a little scary, actually. Well, I can't let Shuichi's innocent eyes get dirty.
That's wrong.
No, they won't get dirty.
Shuichi,
Are you saying you've seen dirtier, Shuichi?
what's wrong?
What did you want to talk
You
about?
know?
I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Since you're the ultimate cosplayer, that means you could disguise yourself as anyone, even one of us, right? Oh, so that's what you think of me. Well, since we're in this situation, I'll be clear.
That's impossible.
I only cosplay fictional characters. I don't cosplay real people. Or rather, I can't. You can't? Isn't it easy to just wear someone else's clothes in disguise?
You can't!
As a disguise, and cosplay isn't a disguise. Sorry.
I guess.
Well, you'll probably have a hard time believing me if you just say it, so I'll show you. Show me how. Come on, Kaede. Wait. See, you know, this is what you get for threatening her. Tsumugi grabbed my hand and dragged me to the girls' bathroom on the first floor. Yeah, I don't know, Mini-Me. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm in a weird position because I like rainbows, but I'm not gay, so whenever I go out wearing a rainbow shirt, I have to put not gay, but I'm not against gays. So under that, I'll have to put but supportive. It's weird how one group of people took refracted like, that's very greedy gays. But rainbow, everybody knows rainbows are the best, so they just have good taste. Good taste. Come on. Are you gonna punch me or tie me up?
Hey now.
There's no way I'd do a thing like that.
Hey.
Now hurry up and take your clothes off. I mean, don't have to tell me twice. What? Why? Well, because I'm going to cosplay as you, of course. Now give me your clothes. Huh? But
Right?
come on, hurry up.
Huh?
What? You saying I'm a fictional character? Almost like I'm a character in a manga, perhaps? Stop it. Stop. I see you, Gabe. I see you. I see you supporting my cracked ass theory. I see you. I slowly. God, girl, ladies. I slowly undressed and handed my clothes to Tsumugi. After telling me to look the other way, I waited while she changed into my clothes. Okay, now you can look.
Huh?
A gross, bumpy rash had spread across Tsumugi's body.
I'm Kaede Akamatsu.
She's trying her best out here.
This isn't cosplay of the spiky-headed underling of a certain space emperor. This is cospox, an allergic reaction that happens when I dress up as real people.
Damn it, disproved. But imagine though.
This is the price for my power. The equivalent exchange for my cosplay. Okay, I get it. Change out of my clothes already.
It's fine. Manga theory still stands, but that would have been great evidence to add. Damn. What if it's just a non-fiction manga? Could be nonfiction. Could be nonfiction. Still works. We exchanged our clothes, then returned to the library where Shuichi was waiting. Come on, like an ultimate cosplayer couldn't fake a convincing allergic reaction. If she's at all worth her title, she could do makeup in a flash. True, true, true. What if it was fan fiction, fake story, real people? Oh, so true. Listen, you guys, there's ways we could twist this. I am delusional enough that I can make this work still.
What happened?
Kaede, what's wrong? Tamuki, is she crying? Tamuki couldn't have disguised herself. Yeah. You understand since you saw the cospox, right? Cosplay is love.
You're right.
Oh my god. You breathe life into characters. It's almost like you're summoning them from fiction into the real world, like an oracle channeling the gods. That's why I can cosplay various characters from across the wide world of fiction. But it's impossible to cosplay as someone who exists in the real world. Because that's not cosplay. It's just impersonating someone. I really don't need that long explanation. Fair enough, Queen. Fair enough. Oh. Is that it?
Huh?
This chime. I fear you guys that Kyo kind of,
You bastards!
you know, has a solid alibi. I mean, unless someone else in that room says, like, nope, he's lying. I think Kyo theory might be out the door. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I love to support a bitch's hobbies, so hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah. It's time, you bastards. Time for the long-awaited class trial. No, it's not. We're just announcing that the photos are ready. Don't interrupt me. I thought for sure they were gonna show us these photos like during the trial, so I'm actually pretty excited about this. Unless there's some way to shot put him from the dining hall, I suppose. Yeah. Unless that. I guess anything's possible, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, I'll be waiting at the warehouse. Huh? Hey, does my face look weird to you? Does my face always look this weird?
So long. Farewell.
All right, let's go check this out.
Hey,
Did you hear that, Shuichi? Those pictures have finally been developed. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Wait, Kaede. What? I ran as fast as I could to the school warehouse. Oh, he meant I was just running too fast. I couldn't stay put, knowing that the truth was so close at hand. I fear that these photos are not going to be that simple. Yeah, they did debunk that, which, you know, I'm glad about because I like Tsumugi. I don't want her to be the killer because I don't want her to get killed. So I'm okay with that. Wait, what did I just click? I ran up full, okay.
Wait!
Wait, Kaede, you shouldn't get so worked up. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that as well. I can't help it. We're so close to learning the truth. We're gonna find out who the mastermind is.
Rise and shine, or
That's what's gonna happen, unfortunately. Oh, you came.
We're intruding!
Sure did. I came to see you, Toots. You're as lovely as always. Oh, Monosuke, you're such a flirt. May I join you for a drink? Drink as much as you want. I've got cash to burn. Thank you. Excuse me. Can we get a bottle here? What is happening? This is great.
jeez.
Hey, how long are you guys gonna do this for? Take these. It's all the photos. They're separated in envelopes for each camera. Use them to take that bastard down. It's all up to you now. That bastard down.
Dumbass!
I'm so rich. What's a journalist gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what. By the way, I always struggle to say this. Monophony. Want to get out of here after your shift ends? I want a fancy steak dinner. She is. What's your name and age? Home district. Salary? Do you have another job? Even if she turns out to be lying about cause Fox, it's a reasonable thing to lie about, I suppose. Stops her from being a special guest suspect every trial. Like, I personally saw Tenko do it, but it could just be Tsumugi cosplaying. That's true, yeah. That would be a lot every trial. Anyway, it looks like we have the pictures now. Yeah, finally. Let's take a look. Oh, everyone's here too. Kaede, are those the developed photos? The culprit should be in those photos, right? How exciting. I want to see the dumb look on the culprit's face. All right, let's take a look. Let's look at the photos taken by the camera near the front entrance first. The envelope that says front entrance has a total of 4 pictures. Let's see the first picture. This is when we arrived at the library. So it took a picture then. Yeah, this was right before we found Rantaro's body. It's a pretty bad picture of me, but don't focus on it too much, okay?
But of course.
Rest assured, we do not care. All right, let's go to the next one. This is a picture of us running into the library after we heard Tenko scream. That doesn't help us at all. Hurry up and show us the next picture. Okay.
It seems as if...
This is everyone else who came to the library after the body discovery announcement.
Yeah.
Everyone pictured here, myself included, was on our way to the basement. So we got there a little bit late. Hey, these are all pictures of when we found the body. There is one more photo of the front entrance, correct? Yeah, let's take a look at that one.
Huh?
Shuichi? Oh, sorry. It looks like I tripped one of the sensors when I was removing the cameras. What are you saying? This picture doesn't seem to have any clues that will help us either. Am I able to look through the pictures afterward, like each individual one? The camera pointed at the front entrance only snapped these 4 pictures. Neither Rantaro nor anyone else who could be the culprit are in the photos. Did they both enter through the back door then?
That is correct.
Let's examine the photos taken by the camera near the rear entrance then. Yeah, I definitely want to look at them if I can. Well, I guess I could try now, huh? Oh, oops. I assume it would be accessible through the... Oh, wait, it hasn't shown it as me getting a truth bullet yet, though. Let me get through all this dialogue. Only 2 photos were taken by the camera pointed at the rear entrance. Let's see the first picture. Rantaro.
I knew it.
So Rantaro went in through the rear entrance, perhaps so no one would see him. I thought it might be possible that he was moved to the library after being murdered, but that does not appear to be the case. Can't see the other door at all.
So
that means he was killed in the library after going there of his own will. Kind of looks like he's looking around too, like maybe expecting someone to be in there or something. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Maybe it'll show the mastermind.
Huh?
Shuichi. Sorry, me again. This is from when I was removing the camera. What an attention hog. He had no choice. To remove the cameras, he had to be close to the sensors. Likely story. That's all for the rear entrance. Just these 2 photos. Did it not give me a truth bullet for the other ones? I don't remember it giving the little pop-up. It did? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Q through E. Okay, culprit not in rear entrance photo either?
Why?
What does this mean? They're not in either of the front or rear entrance pictures. And this was like a disposable camera too, so like I don't really think he'd be able to like take the film. I mean, I guess he could have taken the film out and like, what? Okay, so like a throwaway camera or whatever, right? You would have to like take the film out and like physically cut pictures out, right? If you wanted to remove evidence, right? But like that's how that works, right? It's film not instant, yeah. So he'd have to literally like have cut out but like an actual piece of like film, right? You could cut it, right? Yeah, to take out photos. So it's possible that it could have been tampered with. But I imagine that would take a lot more time than just, than, you know, if it was a digital camera. No, I'm not saying that they said whether or not that happened. I'm just saying that compared to if it was a digital camera, it's a little more reasonable that he could have, like, done that really quick. But if it's, you know, a disposable camera, like, well, anybody, I'm talking about Shuichi right now. I'm talking about Shuichi, but like anybody could have then, you know, messed with it and deleted pictures. But with the film, I mean, someone still definitely could have tampered with it, but they would have needed more time to do so. So yeah. Could theoretically wind back and pop the back to overexpose it. Then I suppose the Cubs would probably give you a completely white picture. Then if you trust them, yeah. If someone wanted to tamper with it, they would have needed to physically grab the camera. Yeah, it would have been a lot more involved, is just what I'm saying. So I'm just questioning at all the possibility of someone tampering with to like remove photos from it. Obviously it's possible, but it would have needed more time and been a lot more involved to do so, versus if it was a digital camera. So just keeping that in mind while thinking about the possibility of someone tampering with it. Oh god, I think I just got an eyelash in my eye. All right, yeah, that's pretty odd. Why isn't there a picture of the mastermind entering? Hey Shuichi. Don't you think that's weird? Let's look at the pictures from the hidden door camera. That might tell us something. Oh, yeah. That camera should have captured the moment the mastermind opened the door. I hope that was the case as I removed the photos from the envelope. There were 2 photos. First one was... I think it's gonna be Rantaro opening the door. Yeah. Oh, Rantaro? But if Rantaro was the one who moved the bookcase, then...
Oh.
He must have known about the hidden door.
Could it be?
Also, that bookshelf looks damn thick. Could the culprit have gone into the hidden door?
I see.
Yes, it's a
Do you
possibility.
understand?
For now, let us see the next picture. There's one remaining, isn't there?
Yeah. Huh?
Yep, as I thought. What'd I say? What? Huh? What's Rantaro doing? Looks like he's reaching for the camera. Maybe he was trying to remove it. I did notice something while I was removing the camera. The security sensor for the camera was switched off.
If so...
In that case, this photo was likely taken just before the sensor was turned off. But that would mean that Rantaro noticed it. He saw our hidden camera.
By the way...
Wow, surprising. Moving the bookcase triggers the sensor, which in turn activates the camera, right? The bookcase appears to have already been moved, so why did the sensor activate?
I don't get it.
cares? I'm trying to get the log to come up. Here we go. Photo was taken just before the sensor was turned off. They mean the sensor that triggers the camera to take a picture, right? But that would mean that Rantaro noticed it. He saw our hidden camera. Moving the bookcase triggers the sensor, which in turn activates the camera, right? But the bookcase appears to have already been moved, so why did the sensor activate? Well, wouldn't it activate from him approaching the camera? I'm a little confused about this. The sensor just triggers from movement in that area, right? Not just the bookcase. I mean, the bookcase can trigger it, right? But like, it's just movement, right? Like, any movement in front of the sensor, right? So I don't understand why they're confused that him moving after opening the bookcase, clearly moving toward the camera and its sensor. I don't understand why they're confused about that, and that's making me think I'm misunderstanding something. I'm a little confused. Anyways, what happened to the culprit? How come they're not in any of the photos? Is the sensor only above the bookcase? Oh, okay. Oh, so the not each camera doesn't have a sensor. So then are the each camera does, then then isn't it just this camera sensor made this picture go off? Right? I'm so confused. I feel like I'm misunderstanding something, but I don't understand how so there's 3 cameras. Each camera has a sensor, right? And I thought each sensor was like with each camera. Is that wrong? Is there only a sensor above the bookcase, and that sensor, movement on that sensor triggers all the cameras to take a picture? Is that what it is? One sensor that triggers all 3 cameras? The sensor that triggers the beepers on the bookcase. Which is separate from the sensors on the cameras? Oh, I'm getting so confused. This is really important too. I need to get this ironed out. I need to know. I'm gonna have to go back or something because I'm still confused. I don't know which part you're saying yes to. I'm getting all kinds of scrambled now. Okay, how come they're not in any of the photos?
It seems as if...
Yeah, let me finish this dialogue. They're pairs, but sensors and cameras are in different locations. Security sensor detects the Wibblies wherever it is, and that triggers the camera mechanism. Yeah, I'm still confused. Oh god. Okay, this last photo must have been taken shortly before Rantaro was killed.
However,
If so, then the culprit should be pictured right behind him in this photo. Well, to be fair, the culprit could be right behind him, but if he's far enough away, you just wouldn't see. Be fair. Then why is the culprit nowhere to be seen? Like, the door is blocking so much. Hidden door photos was added. That's all the photos. So we gained no new clues, And we still don't know who the culprit is. What a fucking waste.
Why?
Did she really develop all the photos? Maybe she got rid of the ones that showed the culprit? How rude. I developed all the film that I was given. Huh? Specific wording, isn't it? That's an interesting way to word that, huh? Yeah. All the film that you were given. I swear by my almighty daddy that I did.
Bastards!
Those are all the photos from the hidden cameras. Okay, now that's a little, that kind of changes it. Da da da. Hi, wifey. Da 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 da. Hello, hello. We were just talking about your knees earlier. Your supreme knees. How are you? How are you? How are you doing today? How was your stream? Yes, because I showed my knees earlier and then Juan said, I said that I have the best knees, and then Juan said, but Crew's knees are pretty good. And I said, oh yeah, well, wifey's number one, so of course. Of course she's got great knees. So how are you doing? How was your stream? What did you play today? How's it going? We're finishing up our Danganronpa first investigation. We're really trying to cook right now, but I've got myself all kinds of confused, so you guys are gonna have to excuse me. You think my knees are... Thanks, wifey, thanks! We do. We got good knees. Stream was great. Played some more metaphor. What's that? I don't think I've heard of that one. I'm intrigued, though. I'm intrigued by the name alone. But I'm glad you had a good time. I asked that last time, did I? Oh. Whoopsie. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, how's it going? Hope you've been enjoying it. Now I remember that. Now that you say Persona, now I remember it. I forgot that was the name. Only the best knees on these streams. Exactly. See, you get it. Only the best. Right. Okay, gotcha. Well, I hope you were having an amazing time playing. Like I said, we are using every brain cell we have here right now in this investigation, and I really need to get my facts straight because I'm confused. and I'm suspecting someone that I don't really want to suspect, and it's a mess, you guys. It's an absolute mess. It was great. I'm now gonna eat a cookie and go to bed. That is fair. I actually have some cookies too, so you know what? I might do that with you. But I hope you enjoy your cookie and have a good night. Sleep well. Hope you have a good day tomorrow as well. I love you, wifey. Thanks for the raid. We don't read? Yeah. See, I do. I guess I do read. Do I always absorb what I'm reading? Oh, no. But I do try. Not all the time, as this is why I gotta pop the log open sometimes. You absorb way more than is normal or necessary. Well, thanks, Az. Thanks. I needed that. I feel like I be forgetting things left and right. This cookie's so good. Thanks for the idea, wifey. But yeah, trying is all we can do. By God, I am trying my best right now, but I feel like I'm gonna have to go back and check my VOD for some things because I just can't figure out what's going on here. And it's stuff that is like critical that I get the facts straight in order for me to be able to properly cook on this murder. I need to figure this shit out. Very critical. volume critical for sure.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime.
Okay. I'm gonna finish my cookie. And we'll keep going. But yeah, I'm just really confused about these cameras now. No, well, not the cameras, the sensors. I'm really confused about the sensors now, and I really need to know. I really need to understand how that was set up.
Is all that remains of a once powerful nation.
So I can figure out why that conversation was the way it was.
Threshold of an amazing adventure.
All right, those are all the photos from the hidden cameras, so relax and get to deducing. See, okay, now whenever she says this kind of takes away. I thought that she was kind of subtly revealing that there were more. She just wasn't given them, but now she's saying those are all the photos from the hidden cameras, so.
Is all that remains.
Oh no.
Don't screw around.
All right, these are seriously all the pictures? You gotta be kidding me. The culprit's not in any of them. Either way, it's not like Kibo or the others know how it worked at all since they weren't aware of it until after the fact, so it's normal for them to ask questions. Maybe you might have a better understanding of it, but that might not be the case for them. Yeah, I guess that's true. I personally, I'm just really confused about these sensors now. Because to me, my understanding is, of course, if there's movement and someone walking towards the camera after the door opens and the camera has its own independent sensor that detects movement, then 100% it makes sense that that photo of Rantaro was taken of him like approaching, reaching out to the camera. But then Shuichi and Kaede didn't say anything that like, yeah, that's why. So it's making me, I just feel like I'm misunderstanding something here. I don't know, and I really need to know so I can understand why the pictures are the way that they are. Like, to take it to the extreme, if one sensor was in the room watching the Bug movie with Gonta, allegedly, and the camera was in the dining hall, Gonta moving in there could trigger a picture of Kyo eating the weirdly named dish. It was nowhere near the camera itself. Sure, that makes sense. So, but do we know where the sensors for the cameras are? Do we know where the sensors were put in the room? Because I don't remember. I just assumed they were like with the like near or above or in the general vicinity of the camera it was supposed to be sensing movement for. But now you guys are making it sound like that's not where they were. And so I'm like, okay, now I really need to know where the sensors are. I know that there was a sensor above the bookshelf. And that sensor was for the alert thing. But what about the sensors that triggered the cameras? Where were they? Surely that was established at some point, right? But I don't know, and I really need to know that. Okay, if the culprit didn't go to the library, then how'd they kill Rantaro? So this must be what they call a perfect crime. Oh my gosh, I have a freaking eyelash that keeps trying to get in my eye. Oh, I'm stressing out. Yes, Az, what's up? What is up? Oh my god, hold on, sorry. I got some shit in my eye. Okay. Camera sensor and audio beep trigger sensor are the same sensor. Only the bookshelf one triggers the alarm. So there's only one sensor total. Is that right? There's only one sensor. You sent me a pic? Okay. Oh, no, 3 sensors. The blue things are the sensors, right? Pink is camera, or gray. Sorry. Gray is a sensor. Yeah, that is gray. Okay. And the little cone is for the field of view for the camera, right? The cone indicates like what the camera is able to take a picture of, right? So there's, okay, I understand now. So the sensor that Rantaro the camera that Rantaro approached did not have a sensor with it. The only sensor that could have triggered, so is the sensor above the bookshelf linked to that camera? Like the other two sensors are with a camera, so they're linked to that camera, right? So the sensor for the bookshelf is linked to the camera. The bookshelf door, I mean, is linked to the camera that's by itself without a sensor, right? And that's why they're confused, because the door was already, the bookshelf door was already open, so they're confused why that sensor got triggered again, correct? Okay. Got it. Thank you. Yeah, this visual aid was very helpful. Okay, so indeed, why did that get triggered? Because is the door moving the only thing that's able to trigger that sensor? Could it detect like people walking around below it? I think it was triggered while the ball was mid-air, mid-throw. I think the ball was thrown and high enough that it triggered the sensor. That's what I think. Yep, that's what I think. Okay. Alrighty, I'm glad we ironed that out. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very helpful, as I appreciate that. I think it was just literal seconds before, or not even seconds, like probably a second before the moment of impact. The moment in which head stuff occurred. I think it's the ball. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, a perfect crime.
I'm disappointed.
Oh man, I've only been slacking off because I thought those photos would reveal the culprit.
No.
Should have been helping us investigate.
way.
Says her. She's just following Angie. I mean, I guess that's still good, but... Oh, by the way... Rantaro had his monopad the whole time, didn't he? Do you think anything was in
I
it?
do not agree.
The student handbook did not contain much in the way of pertinent information. I doubt it has anything to do with the case. He simply had his monopad with him.
Okay.
I inspected his monopad, but I didn't find anything suspicious about it.
Man.
Oh man. So it's got nothing to do with the case. How confusing.
Are you okay?
Kaede, are you okay? Why? Why aren't they in the pictures? Well, it seems plausible that the murderer could have just not entered the room. We know that Rantaro opened the bookcase door, and that the ball thing was thrown at Rantaro and hit him in the head. So at the very least, someone could have just thrown it from the hallway, or technically they could have thrown it through the AV room door that's partially only slightly opens, but you could fit an arm through. I guess technically they could have done that, but I kind of think, I mean, I'm not sure, but I kind of think that that whole door thing is kind of just like a red herring, and it's more likely that someone just did it probably from the hallway. But I don't know. I think it's just mostly because I personally don't really suspect Gonta. Isn't Gonta's arms too big to even fit through that crack? Like, he's definitely got the strength for it, but like physically, I don't think his arm would fit through, right? And supposedly he was in there completely alone. So therefore, I think it's a little more likely that someone just like was in the hallway and did it. And if they were standing in the hallway, they would have been far enough back that like Rantaro himself and the bookcase door would be blocking them from view back there, because you can't really see past them too much. Okay, why aren't they in the pictures? If the mastermind had these photos, it would have solved everything. So why the hell? Kaede.
All right, it's time for what you've all been waiting
Damn
for.
voice.
The class trial.
Another interesting thing, though, is, okay, so if Shuichi's argument for why there's those two pictures of him for the two different cameras is because it was when he was removing the camera, which triggered the sensor. Oh, well, actually, I guess that maybe adds up why it wouldn't have a picture of him like that for the third one, because he would have, it was while he was in front of the camera instead of, and the sensor isn't on that camera, so he wouldn't be in front of the sensor, thereby not triggering the sensor when he's removing the camera, right? So that could be feasible for sure. Because I was wondering more if it was just catching him tampering with evidence, but also, like, thinking about it, if he was tampering with the photos and like cutting out photos, why wouldn't he cut out, like, while he's at it? Why wouldn't he cut out those photos of him too? You know, like, while you're at it, and and those photos are there because from you tampering. Why wouldn't you cut out the photos that are evidence of you tampering? So, I think he's probably telling the truth about that, but there's maybe still a possibility for trickery, maybe, but I think I believe him on that one. Anyways, all right, it's time for what you've all been waiting for, the class trial.
Please assemble in front of the Shrine of Judgment in the
Shrine
courtyard.
of Judgment.
Remember that red door surrounded by plants? It's just on the other side.
Not really. I'll find it though.
From there, you'll be escorted to a delightful
I'll
class
find it.
trial. See you all there.
God, his voice cracking me the fuck up. Wolfie428, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Time already. Seems we have no choice but to continue this discussion at the class trial. That camera is not triggered when you approach it. There would be no evidence of someone tampering with it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. True. Yeah, good point. There'd be no evidence of tampering with it. But then I still feel like if he was tampering with cameras for the other two, since the sensors did cause it to catch evidence of him tampering with it, why wouldn't he just get rid of that evidence while he's at it, getting rid of other things? You know? So I still kind of feel like, unless he left them there intending to use it with the excuse that, like, oh, I was just removing the cameras. I don't know. I feel like if you're tampering with it anyway, though, why not remove anything that could potentially incriminate you, you know? That implies he or whoever went in front of those cameras. Uh-huh.
What a pain.
Car didn't go. Car didn't go that way either. Maybe the killer never... that way? Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I definitely think the killer never, like, entered the room to do the killing. I do believe that. I think I'm thinking of Shuichi both from the standpoint of, like, as someone who could have been capable of committing the murder, but also from someone who could just be tampering with things as the mastermind. You know? As the murderer, as the mastermind, and then also as the murderer and mastermind. And then as the innocent. I have like 4 different like versions of Shuichi that I can consider. All right, me neither. What a pain. What, you scared? An NPC like you is nothing to be scared of. NPC, huh?
No.
It'll be fine. I just feel like my back is up against the wall.
Yeah,
We just need to expose the mastermind in this class
yeah,
trial.
that's right.
And then everything, including this killing game, will come to an end.
That's right.
Got it.
Let's find this mastermind. And if it's a man, let's beat him to death.
Jeez.
Isn't beating them to death going a bit far? Everyone followed Monokuma's instructions and walked toward the courtyard.
Are you okay?
Kaede, really, are you okay?
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. I'm just so shocked. I really thought that everything would be resolved once we looked at the photos. But I can't give up. I can still expose the mastermind in this class trial. And then everything, even this killing game, will come to an end. I'm okay now, Shuichi.
Right?
Let's go. It's the red door in the courtyard, right? All right, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap up here. This feels like a perfect spot. One, we're past time, and two, I don't want to start this class trial since I will not be here next week, and I think it's better if we start it when, you know, we can continue it weekly instead of having a big gap. Since I will not be able to stream next Thursday, I just want to look at these pictures one more time before we leave. And I think I'm also after stream here, I think I'm also going to oh, that's true. It won't like automatically trigger if I go to the red door, right? I can just walk up to it and save, right? Because I don't want to like trigger it to start. I think usually you have to like actually press a button to like go in. Oh, but I think after I get off here too, I think I'm going to write a couple notes for myself of some of the things I've been thinking, just because since I won't be here next week, I feel like giving like a week in between causes me to forget kind of where my headspace was at. So I think I'm gonna write a couple notes after stream here of just some of the things that are on my mind with all of this, some of my thoughts, so that whenever we come back next week with more of this game, we can kind of have a little refresher together on our theories, and then we'll hop into the first trial. So what's really interesting to me about this, right, this front entrance camera, is that it's only triggered after the murder occurred, at least per the photos that were given. So unless evidence was taken out, we can assume that both Rantaro and the murderer did not enter through this door, right? This one, we see Rantaro enter the library, so we know that that's how he entered. And I think the murderer did not enter the room at all, so that makes sense. And then, so wait, which one is this again? Let me look at the picture real quick again. Okay, yeah, that's the one in front. This is from the camera right before the bookshelf with the door. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. And again, I think the murderer stayed in the hallway, probably. So they, so, you know, a picture of them would have been captured, unless the camera was tampered with and the picture was taken out of the film. And then this one is from the bookshelf with the sensor on top of the bookshelf, moving bookshelf. So triggered because of the bookshelf opening, and then triggered, I think, because of the murder weapon being midair. I wish I could full screen this. I'm trying to see if there's any sort of like shadow of it, but because there's a lot of shadows in these photos, and that might just be because that's like whatever, realistic or whatever. But also just wondered if maybe we could see it in the shadows at all, but I don't think so. Minty lacks critical information, always. That's definitely how I feel in these games, always. Yeah, but anyways, I think that's why the photos are the way they are. That's my thoughts. I'll write some notes so that I remember that those are my thoughts. Oh, well, okay. This says during the body discovery announcement they were in the dining hall. So that doesn't account for before the body discovery announcement necessarily, does it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that that's necessarily like a reliable alibi there. It only says during the body discovery announcement, not like during whatever, you know, during the time of the murder or whatever. So I guess we can still be suspicious of Kyo. We could still be suspicious of him. Which is a bit of a relief because I like my Kyo theory. I like my theory with the reasoning for it and stuff. So with that, at first I thought he was in the clear, but if we consider how it's written here, I feel like that opens up the possibility. I guess I really wish we could have talked to like Miu, Kirumi, and Tsumugi where they like explicitly say like, yes, the four of us were here, like when the music started playing, like we were in the dining hall during that time, during the time of the murder, blah blah blah, where they all corroborate that, you know what I mean? But we didn't really get that, and this just says during the body discovery announcement, so I don't know. The time that the beeper went off is what time you are assuming the murder happened, or at least Rintaro was still alive according to the photos. Do I think that? I don't know that I necessarily think that. So the beeper is only associated with, is only triggered by, was the beeper triggered by any of the sensors or only by the moving bookcase sensor? Only the moving bookcase sensor. But then doesn't that mean that since there were two pictures, the beeper should have gone off twice? Isn't that what that means? Or is it that it goes off and then doesn't stop? See, I really feel like I think I'm gonna go back to my VOD and watch that scene play out again, because I want to look at it again anyway for my Shuichi sus reasoning, just because I want to see exactly. That's not cheating. That's not cheating. Listen, I be playing this game in like with a whole week in between each time, I cannot remember every single detail of how things go down. And I want to know. So I think I might look at that mostly because, again, before I already want to do that with Shuichi. Hi, Feefers. With everything with Shuichi, but I want to see how the beeper went off. Like, was it just a quick like beep, 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 and then it stops? Or is it like a constant beeping until you turn it off? Because if it's a constant beeping until you turn it off, then it makes sense why it only went off once. The second trigger would have been like with the continuous beeping, you know what I mean? But if it goes off, you turn it off quickly, then presumably it would have had time to go off again when it was triggered again. I don't know. I just need to know. These are the things I need to know. I have too many suspicions, and this is how I'm going to rule things out. And I'm taking this very seriously. I'm cooking like I've never cooked before in a trial. Usually I just go in there having no idea what's going on, but somehow before even investigating, I already had a theory. And therefore I'm taking full advantage of that. And I'm trying to get somewhere with it. I really need to see how that shit went down, because I do not remember it clearly enough. I just don't. Is it over here? No, that's the stairs. Where's this red door? Oh, it's that, right? How do I get there? I'm lost. Oh, it's in the court. Oh, it's in the courtyard. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Oh gosh, I have so many thoughts, you guys. My brain is just filled with thoughts. Thoughts are being thunk endlessly. So, it's this? But no one's here. Do I go in? Oh, does the actual trial take place in here? Okay, well, I'll just save here. Yeah, I'll just save here. And then we will come back next week. And we're gonna try to figure out what the fuck goes on here, you guys. My head is just going, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this trial is gonna play out. I'm excited to see how the trials are going to be, like with all the mini games and stuff in this game compared to the last two. I am just ready for all of it, you guys. I'm excited, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and all of its side tangents and everything and all of its cooking. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for hanging out. I do not have a definitive answer yet on Monday. I'm going home this weekend to visit my parents. And then whenever I'm back on Sunday, I have some stuff I need to prepare, you know, for Forest. So if I have enough time to get everything I need to get ready on Sunday, then I will stream on Monday. If I don't, I won't, so that I have time to do the things I need to do, like finish up getting everything ready on Monday. So I'll let you guys know on Sunday when I post my schedule. Either it will be a Monday stream and that's it next week, or it will be a whole week off and I won't be back until next Tuesday. I definitely won't be here the Monday after next. I will be back next Tuesday though, so I'll let you guys know. I'm really hoping that I can manage to at least squeeze a Monday stream in next week. I would like to at least get one in there, and I think I should be able to, but yeah, it just depends on when I get back on Sunday, since I'm leaving tomorrow, basically after work. And I got some packing and things that I need to get ready. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord with my schedule if we'll be doing a Monday stream next week. But if not, we will be back the week after. Yes, sorry for abandoning you guys. I'm gonna go be frolicking in the forest, dancing, listening to music, but I will miss you guys. I will, however, I do have a couple of videos I recorded and edited for my YouTube. I'll post a thing this weekend for my YouTube, and I'm going to like schedule the videos so that they post on the days that I would have streamed. So if you guys are interested in that, I will have a little bit of content for you. Not nearly as long as my streams, but still a little something if you guys want to get your daily minty refresh. That will be there, that I prepared. But yeah, anyways, I'll let you guys know on Sunday what it's gonna look like for next week, whether or not I can stream on Monday. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you have a good Friday and weekend. Hope you have a good one. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. But until then, y'all know the drill. Make sure to hydrate, make sure to eat something if you haven't already, and make sure to do something that'll make you smile for bed. All right, you guys, and I will see you very, very soon in the next one. Bye bye. Good night.